Napoli are going to be able to really do what they did last year type of deal. It's one of those things, I look at it like they really surprise people with the unexpected, but now people are kind of expecting.
Yeah.
And at least for Real, like what? Last year they got knocked out by Milan AC. I think, oh my goodness. They were woeful. I'm sorry. AC are not a good team. Especially last year, they looked woeful. And they still knocked out Napoli. I'm pretty sure it was Napoli.
What are your thoughts on the group of death then?
Oh, well, good luck to Newcastle. I don't know if we have any Newcastle fans here. Sadly, I don't even think Jesus. It's a really tough call. Because Milan, I think, edge over Newcastle. And Dortmund, they signed that Fulkrug. I can't really pronounce his name either, Jesus. But obviously, I gotta think PSG are gonna top the group. And then it's gonna be Milan, Dortmund going to Europa, and Newcastle just going out.
You think Newcastle's just out, 4th place?
Yeah, I don't think they got the quality that the other teams have right now. I think they're definitely put up a good fight. It'll probably be close, honestly, for that Europa spot. But I don't really see them, especially not making it out of that group.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah. I really want to talk about...
We'll talk more in the group as well, but anything you want to talk specifically before we move along?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the other Champions League groups too. Like,
okay.
How do Barca and City get these easy groups? You tell me.
Who? City?
Barcelona and City getting these easy groups. What's going on there?
Yeah.
They got the same team that's now 7-0. What's going on here?
Barca got a pretty easy group, as did City.
Barca literally look like they're already back in Europa. Look at that group.
This Atletico Madrid group is a little interesting. Could be some.
I mean, they're gonna top the group. There's no one really good in there. Lazio, they've lost quite a few key players.
Arsenal's almost looks like a Europa League group almost. Also Champions League group. They got a pretty easy draw, I think.
Looks more Europa than Arsenal. I've seen that quite a bit, but I don't know. Barca's looking quite worse than Arsenal.
Yeah, Barca lucked out here. Let's be honest.
They really did. I don't like. You guys are gonna make it out the group, but you're gonna have to squeaky bum time for second.
Yeah. You never know how things could turn out. We could go to Europa League right away. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm saying. I mean, I don't know about that. Galatasaray, I wouldn't be too afraid of. But
what do they have? They got Icardi. They have Icardi. They have Zaha.
I don't know if they still got Mertens.
Mertens. Yep, they got Mertens. They might have something in there. There might be some issues.
I don't know. It looks like they're gonna be going to Europa. I don't think Copenhagen. I won't lie. Haven't even seen a game with them in God knows how long. I think I might have watched one game when I think they faced Arsenal, just to watch it.
Yeah.
They'll finish in dead last. Bayern, yeah, they'll probably. You might want to just go there and park the bus because they might steamroll y'all.
Do they have the fixtures out for our? Let's see. When is the Bayern game? I wonder what games it's between. Oh, they don't have Champions League here yet.
Yeah, because I don't know. Harry Kane is definitely gonna pop off on you. I think he's gonna be like, "This is why you should have bought me."
Let's see if I can find it real quick. Oh, they don't have it updated yet, so they haven't scheduled the matches yet. I guess. I wanted to see because if our midweek games against Bayern have tough matches around them, it could be or easy games or tough games could change things.
I don't know, y'all. I think y'all could literally have the easiest fixtures and still go to Bayern and get smashed. Your squad is looking not comfortable, let's say.
Could be an important weekend. It could be an important weekend. Hey, what up, Stefan? How you doing, man?
Like, I don't know, like player for player, like who do you guys have that would go into Bayern's team? Maybe Bruno, but even then, I think Musiala is the best player.
Bayern squad. I think Onana gets in.
Onana.
I think Lisandro Martinez gets in.
Do they still got Summer?
I don't know who they have. Let's see. No details.
I know they still got Neuer for now. They got Summer, I'm pretty sure, unless they let him go already. Because I know they were linked with a few keepers, but I don't know. I think Summer's definitely like for like, at least with Onana. I won't say better, but I don't really think he's that much of a difference on Onana.
No, they don't have Summer.
Oh, they lost him. Oh, yeah. Someone said he's at Inter. Yeah, that makes sense. I saw that before. I just kind of forgot that happened early in the window. Left.
I think at right back it's a wash. Maybe. I know Mazraoui is nice, but Wan-Bissaka is nice. I think he's as good. Dalot maybe not as good.
I was saying, like, I think there's definitely some positions where it's like at least maybe like for now, but I don't know. Like,
could challenge Goretzka maybe.
That is horrendous take, I gotta say.
At striker, no, they got Harry Kane now. Never mind. Right wing, Gnabry, I think takes it. Coman probably takes it as well. Who knows? Casemiro gets in over Kimmich, maybe. That's what Stefan's saying. That's what Stefan's saying. Oh, I'm not showing you guys the screens.
No, that's kind of crazy right there. I won't lie. Kimmich he's kind of been like under the radar for one of the best CDMs in world football. He doesn't get a lot of love. And it's probably because he's at Bayern. No, I'll probably admit I don't watch a lot of Bundesliga games, and I think that kind of goes the same for a lot of other people in chat.
Yeah.
But when it comes, especially the Champions League, Kimmich pops off. He also scores a lot of bangers. He's very good at that.
So you're a Spanish football fan. What are your thoughts on Rubiales? Is this a hot water? Is this too hot?
Not really. It's just I don't really understand the whole process, what's gonna happen and such, but I'm sure they'll figure out what to do with him. Because what is it? I'm pretty sure like talking about just getting out of all competitions.
I heard some crazy takes. Not crazy takes, but things that would appear as crazy takes from some ladies. They were saying this. We'll save this for the group discussion. We'll save we'll save this for the group discussion. Anything else you want to add before we get to the next person?
Yeah, I'm good for now, but we'll say at least from the last point.
Okay.
I never really agree with the whole situation. I think he deserved a punishment, but maybe again losing his whole job over it, maybe a little too much.
Interesting.
But everyone has their own takes and such on it. But yeah, I'll leave that for the whole team discussion.
Okay. We'll get into the next person. We'll try to get to the group debate quickly because we are we only have a limited number of time. So we'll talk to you soon, Bottle.
Yeah, see you.
All right, here we go. Alrighty, thank you, Bottle. Always nice chatting with Bottle. All right, we have our first, maybe your maybe your second favorite Arsenal fan, guys. We all know Mile the First is everyone's favorite Arsenal fan. We have Mr. Banana. Banana, welcome to the show. How you doing, Banana?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right. Hold on, let me turn you up a little bit. There we go.
Yeah.
How's life?
All right. A little interesting, bro. I'm like stuck in the house because I fractured my fibula, so
you're
kind of sitting inside. Yeah, work, bro.
That's your leg, right?
Yeah, your ankle, which attaches to like the top. There's a top bone that goes all the way up the leg. Yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
Well, I've been in it for like this is like week 5, so it's getting up there. But you're starting to feel that pain where like it's starting to set back in on like the top of your leg. So it kind of you have to like keep it elevated, but it's making it so much worse. I know. But other than that, not bad.
Damn.
Yeah, nah, just chilling.
How'd it happen?
Dude, I didn't see like something, so I slipped real quick. Just felt like everything onto it. Like my ankle was already on the floor and just my body weight. Straight skill issue. I know.
Oh,
it was a straight skill issue.
Straight skill issue.
But hey, the best part is the person in charge at the time didn't even didn't even document it. So like I ran away with it practically. So it was cool just get to sit out and chill and kind of reflect on like what you got to do. So not bad, a little break. Okay. Not deserved, but I guess it happens.
Okay. All right. Well, let's look at the predictions right now.
I think they're all bad. I no points actually, none of them.
Oh really? Let's see.
Yeah, just keep them. Yeah, because I put 3-1 at the Emirates.
Okay.
Hey, whoever was talking about Kimmich earlier, Bottle, nah, that's why they wanted Paulinho. That's a 6 right there that goes all across the field. Sucks what happened to him today.
Yeah, he was at the airport.
Yeah, dude, because their market ends at 5 o'clock European time instead of the norm like 12. That's why England's an hour behind because the rest of Europe's an hour ahead. Yeah, sucks. But the weird part is, like the same thing with I don't know what's up with these clubs, but like the same with Caicedo. They said, "Oh yeah, he can go," without actually like figuring out anything. So they sent him out to Bayern, put him on a flight, and didn't have a replacement in time. So obviously Marco Silva was just like, "Bring him back. I can't do anything."
Right.
And they were on a time crunch because they were earlier than Fulham. So that's even worse. That's on them though for the 48 hours. Like something about they only wanted to get, they enacted it like 48 hours in before like the market closed for them, which is stupid. Stupid on Tuchel. Like, but you know why? It's because Kane took way too long. It was inevitable, and it just dragged and dragged and dragged, and so they didn't probably have time to get the money involved. You do have to offload players at that point. That's the reason why a lot of, especially with Man U right now, you're having issues. You have to offload players for FFP. It's happened to a lot of them.
Yeah. All right, so here, Arsenal versus United. What's your prediction?
I'm going 3-2, the same as it was at Emirates last year. Both teams are shaky. Yeah.
Newcastle, Liverpool. You had a Newcastle win.
Yeah. But hey, we got to go back to that save. We got to go back to that save. That thing was elite by Alisson. Top 3 all time.
Hold on, let me write your. There we go. You want to go to the save by Alisson?
Dude, he's top 3 all time in Prem. Nobody can tell me different.
He's top 3 all time?
For goalkeepers, yeah. Has to be. Like, you know how different that game would have been? Do you know how different that game would have been? Because Almiron is that, like, firecracker player for them. Remember, like, last year he was that for them? Dude. It would have been best save of the week, too. Just straight.
I think Alisson is probably, the best of probably the last decade, maybe. Or I'd say since he got to Liverpool. I don't know much at Roma.
It wasn't even the best save of the weekend, though. You saw the one against Everton, probably. It was I think a Wolves goalkeeper or something. That was like the best save of the weekend, though. But that was a huge, something like that. That was a crazy save. I saw it like on a replay.
I have to watch. I can't watch official highlights, otherwise we'll get banned.
Oh, I know.
Let's see if this one.
Everyone moved to kick. You don't get copyright on kick, no?
Yeah, kicked right now is good on copyright. They don't mind.
Yeah.
Oh, that one, that little touch over the bar?
Yeah, just dude. He was like falling into the net.
That was pretty slick. Well, let's talk some Arsenal, man.
Yeah, of course.
Your team's hit a bit of a
everyone's freaking out. Everyone's
a bump in the road.
Out.
By the way, you predicted the Timber's injury. Just gonna put that out there. You called it.
I just like anybody who ever has like a good like debut or just impresses early, clicks in the squad, always happens. I didn't pray on it, but you were like, what? Like I was like a wild card at the start. Yeah, I think it's gonna bring down the season somewhat. Just the like aura of the team too. You can tell after a while, and like the defense is like really shaky. But I think I think Arteta's just lagging the team behind because he signed a 65 million Dutch paperboy who can't even. I'll be honest, I don't see what he does on this team. There's one play I saw in particular. Saka's on the wing. He passes the ball and he calls for it at his feet and he doesn't even make the run. And that was after the offside's already on the Odegaard goal. It's just accept it. You're gonna have to play Rice, who's a right-sided foot, center mid, where Xhaka was last year. Just gonna have to accept it for now. Hope it works. It should work because you should at least be able to create some overlap with Martinelli, who's getting no action right now. Same with Saka, because you're creating this three-man defense, which you realize your two wing players are so explosive and take everyone on. You need someone who probably would hold it up like a Jack Grealish for that. So they need to get rid of it for the year. They need to scratch it. That's why I wanted Joao Cancelo and probably leave Ben in that side. They were trying to swoop in today. That would have been smart. You have Kivior on the left and Ben White as backup, solid. You got Rob holding up. Thank the Lord. Oh, and then that's why they wanted to do it. Didn't get it. Obviously he wanted to go to Barca, but it's just not working. It's not working, and so I hope he gets dropped. He should, but Arteta and his stubbornness, he's not going to want to.
Did you see his press conference?
Yeah, and just dude,
when he said there were 43 formations against City.
Yeah.
What do you think about that response?
He's overthinking it already. I mean, it makes sense. That was the only coach you were under. It makes sense. That was the only person you were ever under. And his first issue when Arteta left, he solved it obviously. He stopped overthinking. But this guy he's so stubborn, and he thinks that he's gonna slowly bring Raya in, and we're gonna have a 3 center back system. We're gonna have a box midfield, and it's gonna work. Bro, you don't have anybody on that higher wing that's going to want to hold it up. Saka has to be that, but that's not what he wants. And so, it's also creating just a huge drag for Martinelli right now. Like, besides that first assist against Forest, which was honestly a mistake, I'll be honest. Yeah, I can't even really think of too much else he's really done significant this year so far. They need a 9 bad, and so I hope that interview you saw that interview Ivan Toney did, where that little clip came out, and he changed agents recently. I hope to the Lord that he actually comes in January. That looked so committed. You don't just randomly say that. You know what I mean? I might be delusional, but as a professional on you've seen the clip, right?
Which clip?
He did a whole interview talk the first time. It was some British dude. I'll have to find it for you and send it in the Discord. But there was a clip going around where the guy was like, "So who'd you support growing up?" And he was like, "Well, I was a Liverpool supporter, but just something about Arsenal and how the fans get behind them and all that." And he just added that in there. And then he was just like, "But I've always loved Liverpool." It was so weird. It was such a weird.
Who said that one more time?
Ivan Toney, the guy suspended.
Ivan Toney. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
The Brentford guy. Remember? The OG better. The OG better.
I know who that is. I just got lost with what you were saying. So.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
He's probably putting a bet on it. Yeah. But dude, I don't even know. That's what they're screaming for. Somebody who could hold it up. Somebody who's consistent with penalties too. Because I don't know if it gets to crunch time, he's taking a penalty. But I think you just gotta accept it. You gotta play the unnamed guy in the 6, Rice and Odegaard.
The unnamed guy.
We'll just leave it there because sensitive topics we leave to those. So I don't support it, but he's staying.
Thomas Partey. Okay, it's not. He's an innocent man. Okay.
He is until proven guilty. You are correct.
What are your thoughts about Arsenal's Champions League group?
It's scary because it's such a Europa League. The only thing that's good, I watched Mons this past weekend, so I was hoping we could talk about PSG later. They are ass without Fofana and Openda. Openda was the striker. Fofana was the center mid who left. Yeah, I'm not worried about them. Nothing offensively. They gave up a late goal.
Detro Fofana.
Yeah.
At Chelsea.
So after, I couldn't remember. There's another one. I can't even remember. I was looking it up. There's so many Fofanas. But really, it was just dependent on him. And I was watching this game, and it was flat. Like PSG looks really good. Asensio scored, but that's a different topic. PSV, they're the ones who wrecked the Rangers on I don't remember. I was watching it. They look pretty good. I'm kind of whatever on that. They have a really shaky back line, so I don't know. And Sevilla, who knows? But I think we could get probably drawn into that, and so we'll probably play the moments instead of the games. But I think they'll get good turnouts at the start, and they'll get some good quality wins, and then I think they'll prioritize this right now, to be honest with you. Find a groove in this, and then wait for the Prem in January when hopefully they can get Ivan Toney. Because if they get that and accept the fact that Kai is going to have to mature a season and learn under a group like that and a coach like that, if you really believe in him, which is a whole nother debate in itself. I'm not a huge Lego Man fan right now, so.
Oh, that's what I was just about to ask you. Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah,
what's your confidence level in Arteta?
It's still like a 7 because of Edu. Okay,
how about this? What was it at the end of last season?
Dude, to be real with you, until March, I was ready to say, screw Arsene statue, let's make him a statue. But right now, he's not up to the moment, and so he doesn't have that clutch gene. Pep always had it. You can teach it and you can't. Yeah. So, but also too, it kind of goes with our executives. He brought in a pretty good exec with him, so he's getting a lot done. He got Ray in pretty quick, so I think it's a whole package, and I will look at it at the end of the year, but I'm not very confident, if you know what I mean. In an overall landscape, I'm not saying bad on the season. In game, I don't know if he's that man. Same with Arsene towards the end, he wasn't that man, but like somebody was saying, I saw this week, it wouldn't be absurd, but the way we play, historically we played, why wouldn't you try to attract Simeone and keep the director of football management, who I guess has some relation to him? Yeah, I think I'm not sure on the name, but I think Mikel's out of his depth. Yeah, I think he's out of his depth. He knows how to rebuild a squad, which is really good to learn. So I think you go like the Javi Alonso route and see if you could do it in a lesser league, make a big name, and then learn from those mistakes. I'm not sure though, but I'm not sure too. I'm not sure. We haven't had a lot of success before this, so
Okay. So you wanted to talk a little bit about Southgate's England selection.
Oh, hold on.
Sorry,
I wanted to talk about the group of death. So easy predictions.
Oh,
Dortmund won't play
group of death. Let me pull that up.
Dortmund won't play Europe anymore. The way they lost to Heidenheim today, but did you see how it happened? It was awful. The second goal that Heidenheim got against them was against a high line, and the ball was already, the player was offsides. The striker goes back to play the ball from Dortmund. He gets into the tanglement with the guy from Heidenheim, and they gave a penalty because it happened. The foul happened in the box. It was awful, just awful. So, I mean, it doesn't really. They still kind of tied. Really, that's a loss, no matter how close it was. So they'll easily be out. Newcastle can sneak in, but off of form right now, Milan is clearly second. Probably could be first because they're going to be really consistent, I hope. But I don't think their peak is as big as like PSG. Because as soon as you sign Koulibaly, a whole new spark. Just like, what can you do with this team? You could play Asensio right behind Mbappe. Ugarte has been amazing so far. I was questioning it because I don't really watch the Portuguese league. I kind of see what people are looking at. That's about it. Really good. Really good. They have another kid who's a PSG product, Zaire Emery, who played last year as well. But he's getting full-time minutes now under Lewis, and he got the confidence. Really good. It's a good 8. Good ball retention. Gets up the field. Could play overlap with Hakimi. With them. That right side is just going to be insane. You're telling me you got Dembele, Hakimi, and you got an actual center mid now with ball retention right there. That is insane. Then you have Mbappe and Koulibaly, who will both flip between each other because Koulibaly likes to come into the left side after a while. I watched him a lot after the World Cup last year, no offense, and I actually did at Frankfurt. Just really good productivity. Constant. Availability and was constant. Best 2 qualities. It was 15 goals, 14 assists. So, can he do it now? Now, he couldn't do it in the French league, so that's a different topic, but really good. And the back line is pretty solid. If you let Hakimi get up, you got Lucas Hernandez, Theo's brother, Skriniar, who played at the World Cup for Slovenia, and you got Marquinhos on that right side, and you of course got Donnarumma still. So it's a really good squad. It should get out, and whoever gets out of there first will probably have a lot of momentum. I'm not overhyping it. I'm just no. That's why they bought Kulu and they bought Gonzalo Ramos so that they can have somebody for next year. You also have Asensio for next year too, so they'll have a good squad, but they're ready to lose him, which is kind of sad.
What is the deadline for Mbappe's deal?
What do you mean? I have no clue. He can sign a new contract because he's under contract, so he could sign something and get a clause saying there's something coming out they might sign.
I'm talking about this.
What do you
year.
mean?
This season, does Mbappe stay? He
Yeah,
stays.
shit already. The deadline's done. Yeah.
The deadline's done for France.
Yeah. Today's the first. Yeah, tonight was the first. They played it up.
I thought the Spain.
No,
Wait.
I might be, but
Transfer window.
no, all the teams are done. They can either just put in team sheets. That was it.
Oh yeah, it's all done.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about next year. I thought you were talking about next year with Mbappe, but they're ready to lose Mbappe next year. Yeah,
Even
they're ready
next
to
year.
lose him next year. Yeah, they'll be okay. I think they know their place in this, and they'll be okay.
All right, let's
They actually brought
talk
in-
England.
Oh, awful. So let's get to the fact. He went. It's shitgate. I'm sorry, it's shitgate. Okay.
Shitgate.
Yeah. Kudos to you. You made it kind of easy. You brought Tomori back finally, but he got a red card today. He got a double yellow today. Awful for him. Finally get a call up, and he did that against Roma. You brought Levi Colwill back in. That's obvious. You brought Chilwell and Mark Gueye. That's smart. Why? Yeah, of course his name had to be in big fat letters for you to see right there, just like the fridge he is. Why is Harry Maguire here?
Because
I thought we were progressing. Cart, I thought we were progressing.
So who
And then
got
that's not
left
even the
out?
worst.
Who got left out? Who got left out? John Stones.
Yes, but he's injured. He's injured.
Okay, so Harry Maguire saved by if John Stones is fit.
Yes, no,
So
not at all.
that's what I'm
Not
saying.
at all.
So look, there's a big name
you're
missing here.
but hold
It's
on,
John
hold on.
Stones.
Yeah, but you're telling me too. You couldn't find somebody better than Harry Maguire right now. He's playing actually. He's
who
got
else?
form.
Who else deserves to be in?
I couldn't name you personally, but I'm just saying the big fat obvious one is how do you have a Harry Maguire in here? For what reason do you have Harry
Where's
Maguire?
Ben White?
They're just exactly. Well, Ben, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's fine. I was fine with it. I'm fine with it. I didn't even think Ben should have been on the team right now. Kind of sloppy right now.
Ahead of Maguire, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he should be. He should
Yeah.
be. But I don't think he also deserved it. I wasn't somebody who thinks, oh, he should have gotten a call. He should have.
Okay.
But I think he went. I think he gave a softball to Eddie. That's the personal opinion. I don't know why Eddie's here. It ain't been good. I'll give you that. But that was a softball. I mean, if you're gonna give one or the other, it should have probably been Ben, to be honest with you. But he gave it to Eddie. I wasn't expecting both. And then another one. Why do we have Jordan here? What's Jordan doing here?
Jordan
He's
Henderson?
literally. What is Jordan doing here? No offense. But what is he doing here?
Leadership.
Cool. You also have Calvin Phillips here still. Like, just the same names that don't play are still here. It just, if you're an England fan, this would grind my gears. It makes no sense. What has Calvin Phillips done recently to tell you he is in that squad?
You want me to explain it? I can explain it.
I understand because they've been there, they've done that, they know what he wants. I get that.
Basically.
But you're not doing your job. You're not doing your due diligence as somebody who's a UEFA manager who can go to plethora of games. You're telling me that's just a lack of just a lack of integrity to the job itself. That's the head director of scouting would put out, not the manager.
Let's see. How many are from Arsenal? Nketiah, Saka, Rice. That's 3 I have on my hand. And
Yeah.
Ramsdale 4. Maybe it's like max 4 from each team.
Yeah,
You know?
but
Maybe that's why
issue
White
is
didn't get in.
Okay, but besides Tomori, can you look at anybody else who's not playing in the Prem? And I get it, I do get it. But you're
Anyone
telling
else
me
who's
you
not
can't-
playing in the Prem?
Yeah.
Bellingham.
Well,
Henderson?
besides Jordan Henderson. Oh yeah. Okay, my bad. But
That's
really,
it,
like
though.
household.
And Kane.
Yeah. It's just, it's a lazy. I think it's very lazy, and if he's gonna keep going like this, he's gonna lose it to Pep because Pep wants to get it.
Let's see. So I don't know if Madison was in the last England team, but Madison's back
No, he
in the
wasn't.
team.
Mm-hmm.
Ezzy was an outside shout last time, but now he's in.
But he's not doing that well this season.
But let's just think
Like,
about it.
start-
So Madison's
Yeah, I
new,
get you.
Ezzy's new, Nketiah's new. The whole midfield is not new, right? Consistency. And
But I like how he put
you have
Trent actually
Levi
in the
Colwill, and I don't know if Lewis Dunk was in the squad last.
Nah, but he's playing
Tomodi
for-
wasn't Lewis Dunk. So you're getting a
Yeah.
little bit of continuity with Maguire, Henderson, Phillips. You know, you're getting the continuity of what's
Yeah, okay.
expected. So that would be my argument to why Southgate did what he did, because he is bringing in quite a few new names.
Yeah, but it's just overall, I thought there's like clips of him on radio over there. Thought we were getting away from this because it's kind of boring, bro. Like that's mostly what I'm saying, and I don't see why he's staying on to them personally. Because if you're gonna look at a club, you'd want to see win it finally, and you don't really support another nation, but they should try it. I don't think you're gonna get it with him ever.
Okay.
You're clouded by, just like an Arsenal effect. You're clouded by you almost won. You're celebrating being second, and why? All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Banana. We're gonna move on to the next caller, and we'll bring you back for the tier list if you're okay with that.
Gotcha.
All right, man. Take it easy. Interesting points. I like the Southgate talk. But guys, now we have your favorite, probably top 10 GOAT analysis in the world. I don't know if you're familiar. He is a Manchester United fan. Maybe your favorite Manchester United fan. Who knows? Guys, put your hands together for Mr. Can you hear me? For Mr. Hello? Are you there?
Yeah.
NLBMF. NL, how you doing?
I'm good.
How you been? How you been?
I mean, I've been doing great.
It's been a week since we last talked to you. What's new?
Nothing new. I'm pretty much, happy with our United transfer went. I think we did some good transfer this window. I think this window has been one of our best transfer in terms of filling the gaps that we had in the team, the holes we have in the team. Yeah, so I'm pretty much happy with this window.
Okay. Very good. I apologize, but we're going to have to move it along a little more quickly because we got one more interview after this, and then we got to get to the group debate. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let's start off with this. You are sitting in lone 5th place with 6 points. You had your predictions last week were what was it? A 2-0 win for United. So you got the result correct, not quite the score. That's 2 points there. And then Newcastle versus Liverpool, you predicted a 2-1 win for Newcastle. So that'll be no points there. We'll tack on Don's result here, but he's not here. So he got Newcastle. Oh, that's also nothing. All right, so that does it for the Newcastle. Now, the big question is Arsenal versus United. What is your prediction, NL?
This one's a tough one because
You get double points, by the way.
Yeah,
It's
if
a
I'm
2-2.
being real, I don't see United win this game.
Okay.
I can, if we can just go out with a point and just take the point and run away, I'm fine with that.
Uh-huh.
So I'll go 2-2.
Ooh, that's kind.
Yeah, that's 2-2. Because the reason why I'm saying that is because we get to play them at the wrong time. We get to play them. We a lot of injuries and. We can't use Amrabat yet, so we have to probably go with Scott McTominay and Casemiro as a midfield tomorrow with Bruno. So, yeah, I'll say to just get I'm not expecting us to play brilliant football. I'm just just try to get the 3 points or the 1 point and just run away. Run. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. All right. Well, we got your predictions down. Let's quickly talk a little United. What are your thoughts about the window? You happy? Like you just said, you're happy. I How many transfers did we do? That was like
but like I'm happy with the win though. But I'm like I was also I was on Discord on some of my group chat and we're speaking about United transfer window, and I was thinking to myself that the club, 10 out right. The players that is brought in are the players that you want. The players that you approve that they'll fit my system, they'll fit my philosophy. But my thing is with the Mason. This is where the question with I'm not trying to judge Mason Mount yet, right? But I'm thinking to myself, the options we had throughout the transfer window, right? Was Mason Mount really necessary? Because I'm looking at you saw his signings, right? Kovacic and Nunes. Those are the type of players I would look. If we were linked to them earlier, I would have said pick those guys over Mason Mount. But I'm happy with Mason Mount. It can still work. You just have to wait for the manager. The manager has to prove this signings he is brought in can work. There's some questionable signings he is brought in, but he has to at the end of the day prove to the fans and prove to me that yes, this can work because at the end of the day is the manager. So yeah, I'm pretty much happy with the signing. We filled in some gaps for for our squad. So yeah, I'm happy.
Okay. I mean, I don't think Mason Mount has been so as bad as everyone thinks he is.
No, I'm not. He's not. Yeah. The problem is it's not about him being a bad player. It's just the fact that we chose the wrong profile. If that makes sense. It's not Mason Mount's not a bad player. Like he's a quality good player. Like obviously one stuff at Chelsea, played well at Chelsea. It's not the problem. My problem is Mason Mount's not a bad player. He's actually a good player. But I'm thinking to myself right now, if you can actually revisit this window, right, and you saw the way she went for Nunes, right, I'm thinking to myself, Ten Hag will probably say, I prefer getting Nunes over Mount because of the style he brings, that ball carrier, that physical presence, able to help us in the first phase of our play. We when you sign Mason Mount, right? I'm thinking this is why I'm not trying to blame Mason Mount or criticize Mason Mount for. I'm like, you sign Mason Mount, right? You have Casemiro. Two of those guys are not first phase specialists. They can't get the ball out of the back line and just progress the ball, and we struggle with that. We each have to use Lisandro Martinez for that. Something like that. Instead of you going for Mason, which we paid £60 million for him, we could have gone for Nunes for that or Lavia for that. So at the end of the day, Ten Hag said, you know what, Mason Mount is my guy. So he has to make sure this signing has to work. That's all I'm saying. Like I'm not against. Like I when we were linked to Mason Mount, when I watched the clip, video, I'm like, okay, I see what he's trying to do, but it can only work right if you have a first phase specialist.
Okay, then we can't pass judgment on Mason Mount yet. Then.
I'm just saying yes. Ten Hag actually just prove that his signing can work. Maybe that's why I go Amar about him because Amar is actually a first phase specialist that can take the ball from the back line.
Yeah, so, he's top 1 percentile in progressive passes in Europe.
Yeah, so like Mason Mount, like I'm not even mad. I'm still going back to signing. I'm never going against. The goal analyst is not going against us board. So
okay,
I think the signing is going to work.
Anything else you want to talk about quickly before we move on? Because we do have one more person to get to.
The game against Nottingham Forest, right? I was happy with the comeback, the performance, but those two goals we let in were not acceptable. The fact that Rashford, right? I see, like that's the thing, right? Like once the way the first goal we considered, right? I was like, Rashford, you have to do better, bro. Like I literally rip into him, like, nah, you my guy, boy. You have to do better. But
I don't even have to say it. That's the beauty of my stance on. I don't have to say it when it happens. Like you just know. Yeah, you already know what I think.
Yeah, but we saw after the game, right? You saw how it was literally. Think about our 3 goals. It was literally involved. This is why I said he's literally one of our best players. Like the first goal, come down the left, pulling the ball in. He needs to do that more. Once we get
it's fine.
He needs to do that more. The second goal with the nice clear pass to Bruno. Bruno again. Well, we're so lucky to have Bruno. Like I keep telling people this, United fan, we're so lucky to have Bruno because you saw the video of KDB praising this guy.
Yeah,
We so lucky. We saw how the second goal with the clear pass, the edit to Casemiro finish, the penalty, beautiful stuff. I just pray this Arsenal game. The problem with this game is that the way we were fading off the second half of the games throughout the whole like from last season, we can't do that. Especially because Arsenal they drop points to Fulham. Like let's say Arsenal won, right? I could say we can still have a chance, but this time they're gonna play like they have to. They're playing for something. They can't drop another point. Yep. So yeah, and the last thing I want to talk about is your boy, David De Gea.
My boy. What are you talking about, my boy?
That's your guy, right?
That's not my guy. He's a club legend.
Nah, that's your guy.
He's not my guy. He's a guy of my club, and I respect the people of my club.
So if that day was a new club, you're saying you're not going to try and go.
If David De Gea was from another club, and he was treated the way United treated him, I would stick up for him. Yeah. Yeah,
I just seen that guy. I'm just like, I'm like, I was saying in the Discord, I'm like, it's crazy how a guy that won Golden Gloves, so-called United legend, and is still still basically jobless, and doesn't have a club yet. Is picked, But the goal analyst said this a long time ago, but we're not going to speak about it too much. But David De Gea, right? He's just looking, because I feel bad for him right now. Like I literally.
Oh, there you go. Now you feel bad for him. Interesting. Interesting.
I'll tell you why I feel bad. It's not because of I just feel bad because once I started going against him and started talking about him and what I said about him, everything I said about him is not coming to fruition. Everything I said everything I said about him for the past couple of months is not coming to fruition. So I just hope he gets a club he can go to, play his football again and just enjoy life. That'll be great for him. Yeah, that'll be great for him, bro. Yeah.
All right, quickly, last United thing, Champions League draw. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, see, that shit is rigged. That shit is. You cannot. Definitely, right? So there's another football channel like I go to, and go discuss about football stuff, and we did those what's it called, those websites that you could able to do a little bit prediction, right? And we did the roll like 3 or 4 times, and United got Sevilla twice, and Arsenal got Bayern twice. This is what I mean. This shit is rigged, right? I was expecting Bayern to get Arsenal, and not to get Sevilla, because that's how you know it's rigged. But the fact that Arsenal gets Sevilla, right, and we get Bayern, I just know they didn't try to make it obvious that it was rigged, because it's literally rigged. Look at City's group. Alan gets to play a team that this man dropped 5 goals against. Manchester City, they last season beat RB Leipzig 7-0. Alan scored 5 goals, and he gets to play them. He gets to play them again in the group stage. We play Bayern, right? I already said we play. We have Bayern, Copenhagen, and yeah. If Tenag doesn't get out of that group, I'm sorry, but you have to go.
Okay, last thing. When everyone's fit, what's your starting midfield?
Starting midfield. Amrabat, Bruno. It's a tough one between. I'm not trying to play Casemiro or Mount, because you can't.
No Mino?
Ooh, oh yeah, that's a tough one. No, Mino is Mino. I don't with the Amrabat signing, right? I don't think Mino will get some game time, but Mino won't get like the away games we've struggled. I think the matches back. You know what? Screw it. Casemiro, Bruno, Casemiro, Amrabat, and Bruno. That's our midfield.
Casemiro, Amrabat, and Bruno. Okay.
Yeah,
I think Amrabat,
mm-hmm.
Mount, and Bruno.
Yeah, big. That's for like I can see that for this is why I love our midfield right now, because you can go like in different type of style against different type of teams, right? You can go Mino, Bruno, Mount, Casemiro. Like you can go different ways and different style and do stuff. Yeah, so yeah,
we got a little bit of depth.
A little bit of depth.
All right, thank you, Nell. I'm gonna move on quickly to the last one, then we'll do the tier list.
All right.
All right, here we go. Nice and concise that time, guys. We have our final interview. If anybody wants to join, you're welcome to join. Hold on, let me set this up here. Joining us all the way 3 hours ahead of us, maybe even 4, from the Caribbean region? I don't know what it's called. The West Indies.
Yo, what up, Kai? What up? Good night, everyone.
Stefan, welcome in. Stefan, I think you're the fan favorite.
Oh, for real? Why? Why you say that?
I think it's the accent, man. I love your accent.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Like,
it's good,
people
man.
ask me when I talk to Americans, they ask me if I'm Jamaican, but no, it's just different to Jamaica, right? You can tell.
I mean, what is it? Trinidadian? Trinidad?
Yeah, Trinidadian. Yeah, Trinidadian. Trini accent, just.
Trini accent.
Yeah.
That's good. I love it. All right, let's quickly
where you
do.
Been?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh. I was asking how you've been, because we don't hear from you anymore. We just see you on your wrap-up show, and then.
I've been busy.
Yeah,
it's just Mondays and Fridays, man. If I could. Okay, this is what I could do. Occasionally during the week, I could do like a short half an hour to one, maybe like on a Saturday if I don't have anything going on. Like I can't do anything. Like I'm trying to do consistently Mondays and Fridays, right? So it's like Mondays, Fridays, consistent. I don't want to commit to anything more than that, but I might occasionally, like, say I get home on a Saturday or a Sunday, and I might watch like highlights or something on Twitch, maybe, and then we can talk about stuff.
Yeah.
But there's no video, there's no like games I'm playing right now, and I don't know. There's just
bro, gaming is dead right now. It's
dead. a little. I think what's gonna have to happen is like some sort of like VR, or I don't know.
I was talking with some of my friends about it. Was like, I think when GTA 6 comes out, I think that might revive it a little bit. But right now it's just dead. It's not like there's no games out right now.
Yeah, so for me, I played the GTAs, right? Growing up, like from a very young age. So it's like I've done the whole, stop a car, steal a car, drive the car, go do something, there's got to be something else, I think, for me. Like there's got to be, I don't know, there has to be like a shift in gaming, and I don't know what it's gonna be, because like I was watching some of the Starfield game came out today, and I thought it was cool. It's cool. It's like a nice, looks like a nice story game, but like it just it reminded me of just other games, kind of.
Yeah, you need something new, right?
Yeah, we need some sort of shift that like takes it to another level. That gets.
Yeah, I feel that.
But so. Up until coming into today, you were top of the leaderboard with 15 points. Mordecai.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Got the correct answer.
And I wasn't on last week, so I don't.
You weren't here last week, so you can't go up.
Yeah,
but you're in a good spot. But you can make a prediction for next week. So I'll ask you, who does Barca play? Barca plays.
We play Osasuna.
Osasuna.
Sunday, I think. Yeah.
Okay. What's your prediction for that game?
I think we'll win 3-0. I think we're at home. Osasuna, they played Thursday, some Euro qualifiers, I think. So they might be a bit fatigued, And we have hype right now, João Felix and Cancelo coming in. So yeah, I'll say 3-0.
Okay. 3-0. And then Arsenal United, that's our game of the weekend, we're gonna call it.
Yeah, that's a big one. I'll go with Arsenal. I'll say Arsenal.
Okay.
I'll say Arsenal 2-1.
2-1. All right, cool.
It's at the Emirates, right?
It's at the Emirates, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll go Arsenal.
All right, let's talk some Barca. Duel
Yeah, it's
Joaos.
a lot. Yep, 2 world-class players coming on deadline day. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm a bit more excited for Cancelo than Felix, even though Felix was like the surprise one. You know, we need Cancelo, bro. Like, we haven't had a right back at this club since Dani Alves left in 2016. We just had a bunch of bum-ass players. We've had Semedo, Dest, Emerson Royale. Like,
Oh, I
we've
forgot
been
Emerson
starving.
Royale was there.
Yeah, we've been starving for a good right back, bro. So I'm just very happy with Cancelo. It's a loan. It's a low risk deal. We're just paying his wages, no loan fee. So
What does the team look like with these 2 guys in there? Let's see. Let's see if anyone
Cancelo and
put up a mock one.
you saw Ansu is another big story. Like him going to Brighton, that's crazy.
That
And
is
Abde
crazy.
left as well. So Felix is like our only. He's the only one that could play that left side attack.
Right.
I hope we move away from this 4-man midfield. Like, I hate this formation so much. So I'm hoping we go with our back 4. Like, against the weaker teams like Osasuna, we could probably try the back 4 with Balde, Araujo, Christensen in the mid, Koundé and Christensen centre backs, and Cancelo right back. And in the middle, we'll probably go with Frenkie, Gundogan, Pedri. And up top, we have Felix, Lewandowski, and Yamal, front 3. That's what I hope we do.
Yeah. Yamal's looking good. He got a Spain call up.
Yeah, I didn't want him. I don't know why they're calling him up already, bro. I think they're just doing that so they could like cap tie him, so you can't choose Morocco in the future.
Yeah.
So they're calling him up as quickly as they can. Yeah. But I think Yamal. Rafinha is back this weekend, but I think Yamal should start.
Be interesting to see. People want to see Yamal. I'll tell you what. After last week,
Yeah, bro, that was.
fans want to see.
That was a monster performance.
Yeah, he was a beast.
He's just so good.
He's really good.
I don't know. I hope they don't give him a number 10 though, like that.
Yeah.
We should just keep it vacant.
We were talking about that before the show started. Do you think João Felix gets the 10 because the loan and Ansu's loan?
No, Felix already got he got number 14.
Oh, he did. Okay.
And Cancelo got number 2, I think. So yeah, I think they'll just leave it vacant for this season.
Okay.
And, yeah, I mean Fati. We could talk about Fati. That's a crazy sign. I did not expect that at all.
Ansu.
Yeah, I mean I respect him a lot for going to Brighton. It just shows that he really wants to, develop his career, take himself to the next step. And I think it's a good move for everyone. Like Brighton, they're renowned, they're like well renowned for, developing players into 100 million signings, 100 million value players.
Yeah.
So hopefully De Zerbi could work his magic and, make Ansu back to his best.
Yeah, it would be nice to see. He'll be competing with who? Will he play through the middle probably, or?
I think so, yeah, because his last couple of games when he's been coming off the bench, he's been like right behind Lava. He hasn't been playing on the left. So.
Right, and we're in for Kudus.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, he might play that role.
Play that.
I think Mitoma will keep his spot.
How about the Champions League draw?
Oh yeah,
happy with
I
that?
like that draw. Yeah, I mean, can't complain. I think I would have liked like a big team, just to test the boys. Because try like an Arsenal in there instead of Porto. But we can't complain because the last 2 years we've been screwed over with this, putting us in a group of debt. But yeah, we'll make it through. If Xavi doesn't qualify here, he needs to be arrested or something. Like, no way we going back to Europa.
Who'd you guys have? Oh yeah, Inter Bayern last year.
Yep.
Let's see. The year before that,
And Yeah, before that was
Benfica,
Bayern again and Benfica. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, we need to make it through. And I see people complaining, saying Barca and Man City got easy draws, but this is what happens when you're in pot one. You know, life is good when you're in pot one. So just
True.
win your league and yeah, you'll get easier groups.
We had Dortmund Inter a couple of years ago as well.
Yeah,
All
but we
right.
cruised through that. Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about? We're trying to get to the group part here. Should we just go to the group part?
Yeah, I don't want to hold you up too much. Yeah.
All right, let's
go
get into
the
it. Let's get into it. Let's get everyone in here. Good evening, gentlemen. Today, unfortunately, for Stefan and other non-Premier League fans, we are doing a Premier League wingers tier list. Okay? Is that okay with everyone? First off, is everyone here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
How's
Okay.
everyone doing?
I'm doing good, but
We're
I know
good,
some
bro.
people- it's about to be a
Doing great.
heated discussion. I can tell you now.
Doing great.
Yeah? Okay. All right, just making sure. Guys,
About to see a lot of Liverpool players up in here.
okay, before we
Let's
get into this,
do
let's
one-
set the ground rules, okay? How are we judging? We need to agree on how we are going to judge
Longevity.
this.
Longevity. I love longevity. I don't like when we do primes. I won't lie.
Yeah, I don't like
So Hazard is a F then. Are we all in
Okay.
agreement?
If it's just Premier League careers, then no.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so the list
Well,
is
in the
Premier
Premier
League
League
wingers.
Well,
Well, I
Yeah.
want to like longevity.
Hazard had terrible years in the Premier League too.
I want to
Yeah.
go like even
I think that's
past
gonna-
the 20 careers
yeah.
though. Like let's say for example Hazard, like
So
his
Hazard
whole
had
career, he's on here. I want to go over his whole career, not just the
he
Chelsea
had
time.
he had
That's
really
just
high
me.
highs and really low lows. Even
Nah,
within Chelsea. Even
What the
within Chelsea.
The thing with Azir, like Vincent Company said, the best is a chaotic player, and he functions when there's chaos and there's not. When there's patterns of play and you have to the team has to follow a punch, like win games stuff like that. You don't see the best out of Azir, but when the games
'Cause I
become, oh yeah, that's when you
So-
see that chaotic plans. That's when you see Azir doing the madness, and that's I think that's what led to his downfall in kind of his downfall a little bit because at Chelsea, they said it was the worst trainer they've ever seen. Like he wasn't training at all. Then he went
Investments?
do chaos. They always have a parent and they always follow the parent. And you kind of see where everything starts to go down for him.
There's those players that are eye test players.
Mm-hmm.
And then within that there's wingers that are pure wingers, and then there's wingers that are attacking wingers like Salah is. So a lot of people don't think Salah as a winger, they see him as a forward.
Oh, it's like an
And
inside forward. kind.
So I think that's what Cart is trying to bring up, like what is a winger and eye test versus
There are different
Stats.
types. There are different types of wingers, in my opinion. There are wingers that there's a
there's,
prolific
or Mane type wingers or
yeah.
Hazard type wingers. Like
Wing.
Okay,
Yeah,
hold on.
but-
Before we get too ahead of ourselves, let me just clear something up.
yes,
It's current Premier League wingers. It's not
Okay.
like all time. Okay, so we're gonna see a wide range of wingers, right? They're not all gonna be the same type of wingers. So
Mhm.
there are certain things like there's creativity, there's creative wingers, right? Let's just look at Pez, right? There's prolific wingers, there's creative playmakers, there's inside forwards, or there's football manager as well. Inside forwards. There's the guys that can play striker. There's the guys who can play in wing back or whatever. We have to decide how we're going to judge them. Let's take two Spanish guys. So we have Rafinha and let's just say Rodrigo. Like, how would we judge them? Just who's more effective? Who's been
it
better
just-
for a longer
is it
time?
gonna have to be eye test?
would you rather have in your team? I would take Rodrigo.
Okay, who would you rather have in your team?
Rodrigo too. Like he's a quality player. Like
Bro,
quality.
Rafinha is brain dead. Bro.
Okay.
but that's after we know him at Barcelona though.
Yeah, so like
He like opened our eyes, but like in the Premier League, he was.
Yeah, cause he has more. Yeah, like he has more pressure on him at Barca. Right? At least it was just. Yeah, he was the main guy.
Well, we're talking about Rafinha.
yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay, I will want to put in. Like, I'm pretty sure Rafinha actually had a very good year at Barca.
He had good output. Yeah, he had good stats, but
I'm just saying,
if you watch him on the eye test,
he was your best winger. People always say Dembele. He was the best one. He was the
no,
most
Dembele was better. Honestly.
He looked better because he was.
When Dembele got injured, that's when our season went kind of downhill.
Okay, here we go. Let's get our first name on the board. Okay, we got about
Okay,
1,
we'll
2,
figure it out.
3,
We'll
4,
figure it out,
5,
yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
I
13.
think we're gonna have to
We got
judge every
30.
player different. Every player is gonna be different.
And you
And
guys
then we're
might have
just
to
gonna
help
have
me with
to-
some of the
yeah.
names. Okay? I'm going to try to pick the worst player on this. Actually, it's tough. They're all pretty good.
Whoa,
I'll try to pick who I think is the best winger, and then we'll go from there.
There you go.
As long as
There you go.
Oh, you said
is Rashford a winger, by the way?
He's on
There
this
you go.
list.
There you go.
Mohamed Salah.
I'm not. I don't even have to say anything.
Yeah,
don't have
Put,
to
put
say
him in S.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
There's no
okay.
debate. There's no debate.
the only one that comes close to him is Hazard.
Oh no, Hazard's not on the list. He's not a
He's
current.
He's
not
not
current.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's
It should
just
be a S
start.
plus.
Okay,
It
let's
should be a
just
S
start.
plus.
Almiron.
Ooh, see.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
he's a
He's,
quality.
he's too
He's
high
been leveling up.
consistent.
He's been leveling up, but yeah,
He's
he had
inconsistent.
bad years. He had bad years.
Yeah,
making him benchmark. Y'all better be prepared to lower your expectations on other players. Just saying.
No,
5-1 purple patch in.
listen,
Listen,
Almiron
listen,
just
listen,
needs another Jack Grealish season. You know, where he just ticks him off.
Remember,
He's the
That's what
benchmark.
Almiron needs.
how about
Is-
this? After we get like 5, maybe 10 players on the board, let's reassess S through E. Okay,
Well, as soon as we put more one next to another, we'll kind of figure
we'll
it
know.
out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead, Greg. You're saying something about Grealish?
Yeah, I was saying Almiron just needs another, Grealish ticking off, and he's gonna do a little bit better this season. So let's see how it goes.
Let's get this Grealish. He's not that good a winger. Let's say that right now. I'll tell you that.
All right. Next up, we have Jack Grealish.
Oh,
There
he
we
has to be
go.
a B?
He's a B.
Yeah, I'll put him B.
Oh,
He has
yeah.
high
Yeah.
potential. Don't get me wrong. He has
His
high
outfit.
potential.
I
At
put him.
Villa, he had everyone at triple that season.
Yeah, the thing with Grealish is that he's a type of player that you need to have freedom to get the best out of him. Like
Did I take him? I'd take him right now over Martinelli. Like that's how good. He should be bottom of A.
with Pep, right? Pep is just making him this ball retention, winning
Yep.
foul
Mm-hmm.
because
Yep.
it's not across the ball. Like it's not doing what I expect. Like he's not doing what Maris does. Where he retains the ball. Yes, he goes against, he attacks his fullbacks and also whipping balls in. It's just every time he gets like that's the thing that makes you dislike about him. Is like every time he gets the ball right on the wing, he just try to go back, retain the ball, or win some foul. I'm like, he just that's not what you expect. That's not what a winger should be.
And his first
Even
season
better
at
than-
City was bad.
And although Silva can be a ball retention winger, but one thing he does is like he attacks his fullback when he needs.
Yep.
With Grealish,
You
I
think
think-
Grealish could do that though? You think he could
Nah.
do what Mario did? I don't think.
nah,
Nah, because he can't take anybody on. Every time he takes somebody on, he dribbles into somebody. He has a knockdown moment. The alcohol kicks
Yeah.
in. Like
The
straight up, he has
alcohol
that hangover
kicks
effect. He has that out. Like he just like I've seen him recently, like just dribble into like four like defenders. He's like, bro, like you're there for one reason: either draw the foul or don't. And it's like either pass the ball back up. There's no reason why he can't. I'll be honest, he can't take anybody on. That's why
Yeah,
he got.
Yeah.
That's why he got dropped from the squad and he learned the system and he became pretty much a hold up. Like he's a wingback now, just really high up the pitch. His
This
sole
is-
job is hold up play and set pieces now.
Yeah, I think this is why Pep went for Doku, right? Went back to the air wingers. Because sometimes, right? This is the same
He's
thing
more dynamic, right?
with Anthony, right? It's fine. You can have wingers that go with ball retention, but can also know when to attack their fullback when the space is there. Tenago, like doing training, right? Tenago was actually angry at Anthony because there was a space 1v1 with the defender, right? And decided to pass back. You know, like that's what like with Grealish. Like I'm like when I watch City, because I'm not a City fan, but I'm a fan of Pep Guardiola, right? Why I see the guy do it? He gets
But
the
then
ball.
also too, this is a question for all of you United fans. Since he can't do it and it's under Eric Ten Hag, who we, played pretty decent under, is it the system now? Because it's almost like you're saying like you have this guy here who's failing at it, and it's a bigger discussion to United fans. Is Seven Hog out of his depth? Oh, okay, sure.
Are you joking there, Cart?
Call either dropping the D tier.
Yeah, I
Next
think he's low
on
E.
the
I
list,
think he's
Anthony
E.
Dos Santos.
All the way
Put that
down.
guy
Yeah.
in E, bro. Put him in E.
E. I think
Oh,
even
yeah.
you would agree, Cart. He's an E.
Yeah, I have to agree.
I'm not
95 with
protesting.
add-ons. 95 with add-ons, mind you.
I like this is
Euro.
why I'm angry with this is why I'm angry with Ten Hag. This is why I'm actually angry at, because I'm like Diaby, right? For example, right? The one that went to Aston Villa, right? He's a better player, cheap, and retain the ball. Right? You could have gone in for 35 million pounds, but you went for Anthony, who you're comfortable with. But then it comes to the Prem. The problem with Anthony is Anthony can actually do his job right if he's consistent. What kills me with the guy is that you're inconsistent sometimes, right? You're so inconsistent. You can't be a man. Okay, I can, but you can't retain the ball or do something like that. But one thing that pisses me off, one thing about Grealish is that if there's a pass for the underlapping fullback or the midfielder, he makes the pass correct, the correct pass. With Anthony, your passes are inconsistent. You can't beat your fullback. You know?
Isn't he releasing a documentary or something? No one is
He
watching
is.
that shit.
Like,
Hey,
I'm like,
that's why he played so well last weekend. I think he played well last weekend.
you know what I'm saying? Like I like to see it. Like I'm a big fan of Eric Ten Hag, right? But this Anthony signing will be one of the dumbest mistakes he's ever made in this football club, because you could have gone Olise, Diaby, so many better players that can give you what this guy gives you. But you decide to be comfortable and say, let me just go for the guy you work with some, because he can work in the Eredivisie, right? That's fine. But when it comes to the Premier League, where the space, there's so many times where this guy, when we get to the final third, I'm thinking to myself, if we had like a Salah who literally scored many goals, it's just we on the counter attack. This guy just decides he's always deciding to slow our attacks and go back. I'm like, what's the point?
Okay.
Don't forget the spinning. Don't forget the spinning.
Yeah, he's
The
E.
spin.
He's E.
It's a spin alone.
You brought him up, so here we go. Olise.
Oh,
Ooh.
Potential or right now?
potential. I think it's
No. See this is what we were talking about. Are we
Yeah.
judging on potential, career? That's
I think
why I
we're
was
gonna
just
go
right now.
today. I think we're gonna go
No, I
today.
think.
Right now. I put him
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, low B right now.
Yeah. Behind
He's
Grealish,
not-
You
right?
think he's better? You think he's better than Almiron?
He's
Yes.
not better
Yeah.
than him.
He's
Yes,
not better than
Almiron is
Almiron.
there.
I'm sorry, y'all watched a few games. You might
I
like he's
kinda-
not better. Let's
I
I
get
kind of
that.
agree. I kind of agree with C.
He is definitely a C,
No,
maybe even.
Look what he did. Look what he did when he had Zaha and when he had Eze. They all together they clicked. Yes, they finished 11th, but that squad was hurting. And when they finally got healthy last year and they brought in Roy, that squad was gelling, and he looked really good. He knows, but he's
I like-
insensitive.
I think
He's
at
really-
the end of this year he's gonna be B.
Yeah, B. Yeah.
All
right, we'll leave him in C. We'll leave him in C then. Give him one more year. That's fine. Yeah.
At next year when we have this debate, probably he
Okay.
might even be A. To be
All right,
honest.
but
Hey,
the question is, who you starting, Almiron or Olise?
Olise.
I don't
Olise.
Almiron.
I'll
I'm
say
thinking Olise. I'm
I
thinking
heard more
Olise.
Olise, so we'll go with Olise.
You can say Olise, but I'm just saying. I think that's only a few games you watched and he deserves good.
I think
He's been
Bono,
very.
it's just-
Mord, and myself would start Almiron, but that's
No.
only three.
What, at
Lou-
DC United or at Atlanta United? No. He's
He's
so
not
hot
good.
and cold. He's so hot and cold. Like I don't see that. Like if
He
I'm
had
looking
a
at
4-month purple patch, and yeah,
Exactly.
only
That's
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
for me.
Okay.
he's so hot. He's so hot and cold.
Fair
Direct.
point. Fair point.
I agree. It's too inconsistent.
Another name that was brought up is Diaby.
Ooh,
You can put him in B now. Because he
First
can
time-
score. He can score already. He can really score on a first touch. You
Yeah.
saw it at the weekend. That's a B player right there, right now. Unai's got him
Yeah.
cooking. He's
Yeah,
got
I
him
like
cooking.
Diaby, but
And then you
he's
got
very,
it's
he's
just
very
instinct.
one-footed though. Like he's not good. He never uses his right foot.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's true.
but
Like, I'll put him in B.
Ian Robin was 1-footed, but it was still effective. As long you can be 1-footed, that's fine. But as long as you can be effective in something like your passing, your movement, your decision making. Like there's nothing wrong being 1-foot. Like Ian Robin is one of the best wingers we've ever seen in football. And that man was 1-footed. You never see that man uses his right foot.
There's Robbie Fowler. Robbie Fowler is 1-footed.
Yeah.
You can't stop that man.
There's something about this guy's game because, like, the way he dribbles, like, you could see it really bad in his first touch when he really cuts with his right. It's so off. I was watching him last year at Leverkusen. There are times, but it was really him and Frimpong on the overlap. But now that he's playing with Leon Bailey right behind him, it's working. So right now, Unai's got him cooking, but he's gonna get found out if he's left by himself and he's got to play make like against Liverpool. Like he's really gonna get found out when he doesn't have that. Like when he can't drop back and get a pass at the 18-yard, he's gonna lose it. But yeah, he's a B player right now. Yeah.
Now the thing
Diaby is as bad one-footed as Anthony. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Now the thing with Diaby is that he doesn't.
But like if he
if he's trying to dribble right, if he's 1v1 right, because of his one thing about Diaby is actually he also has a lot of pace. So pace and power.
like the one thing about Levi that everybody says, Levi Colwell, he's so 1-footed as well. If like some dude can somehow give them both a foot on the right and actually like an actual weak foot, dude, they would make so much money. That's like how much of a difference it is. Like that.
Yeah.
That's why he was saying like there's that big of a difference for him.
Okay, next up we have Mitoma. Where does Mitoma go?
Ooh,
Or B.
probably top of B.
Solid B. I'll even take him ahead of Grealish.
We're doing
I think
Premier
top
League
of
B.
wingers
Yeah.
or something.
He's definitely
High potential.
I don't know what the title says.
He goes cold too sometimes. Like if the system's not working, you're seeing like he goes cold
Yeah,
too.
but that's
Yeah.
gonna be everybody in the mid-table.
Yeah, but you
I think if they have better,
Just in that department, then if we're gonna
If
go.
you throw him into a Pep system, he could potentially
Yeah.
challenge Salah. Potentially.
yeah.
I mean, I don't even want to go with the whole like under managers. I'm just saying, right now, Mitoma is better than Grealish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's better. So much
Yeah.
better.
That's what I'm saying. I'll put him above B. Like B, he's gonna be the leader for that for me.
But-
Mhm.
What about A? How does A feel?
I think we have to see a player that's fully A before I can.
Yeah.
Like once we have Phil Foden in here and a couple other players, then
Now think about putting Foden in A, please.
All right, Phil Foden has been evoked by the what's your guys' name? What do you guys want to call yourselves? By
What
the
do you mean?
trolls? No,
Yeah.
Sure.
no.
Sure. Absolutely.
are we gonna out
Absolutely.
ourselves,
All
everybody?
right, you have to decide.
Yeah.
Like you guys are the I don't know.
Troll
What's like a game show's like you are the. We'll just call it panel for now. Okay, the panel has evoked Phil Foden. Where does Phil Foden rank here?
I put him next to Grealish.
I think he's an A, to be honest.
You make
Yeah,
it.
he's not a winger, so this is hard. Is it a
Whoa.
winger or is it a player? Like this is hard because
I mean,
he really.
I think he's.
If he's gonna get game time, it's gonna be on the wing. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but then with
But-
Foden,
so good.
Foden is a type of player that is a tricky one because sometimes, like maybe against when you see. I mean, see, don't play the talking most of the time, but against. It's a tricky one because it's more effective in the central area of the
Yeah.
pitch.
Yep.
That's why
Attacking midfielder.
It's a tough one because once you put once you put him in the center of the pitch, you can see the effectiveness. But on the sometimes, yeah.
Okay,
Like,
NL,
he's
so
weird, though.
I know
That's
what is
weird,
what is your you said all that, but what is your A or B or C?
I put him A because he's
I'm
Okay,
gonna
done.
go
Mordecai?
A as well.
A,
as
Greg?
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, A for now.
Bottle?
Bottom of B.
Okay. Banana.
Like Porque, like YB. YB, I don't get that.
No,
Well,
but
I
what,
think
what, you think C?
No, I just think it's a clear A. Like compared to
Okay.
the rest right now, it's a clear A.
Okay, and
And
Stefan.
Are we saying he's? I don't even think he's better than
I
Diop.
think it's close between him and Mitoma, but I'll put him above. I'll put him A.
Consistent more than Mitomo. Like he's doing it for years. You know, he scored a lot of
yeah,
games.
Yeah, but
The way I'm
for now.
thinking about it is, who would I take in my team right now?
Yeah,
I
I
would take. I would
I mean,
take.
Just you
Foden.
take Foden Thomas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, I can play at the first
High
line.
potential, yeah.
A lot of things. So like, I'll take Fone-In for my team. You know, Fone-In is a quality player.
Dejan Kulusevski.
Ooh,
Oh,
He
Hey,
kind of
what's up,
fell off though.
Amas? How
He
you
started
doing?
really well at Spurs, but he kind of
Yeah.
fell off a little bit.
he fell
I'll
for a
put him
little.
Below Grealish?
Yeah, below Grealish.
But
Yeah,
Would you take
Yeah.
Diaby or Kulusevski?
I take
Diaby.
Diaby. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm taking Diaby right now.
Would you take Olise or Kulusevski?
Olise.
I'll take.
Yeah, probably Olise.
Olise.
Almiron or Kulusevski?
I'll leave Almiron.
I'm taking. Nah, Kulusevski.
Nah, Kulusevski. I think, yeah.
I think that's a good spot,
Kulusevski
probably.
would be looking for.
All right.
Problem is, he's not gonna
um,
grow. A lot of those other players around them are gonna grow.
Yeah.
Here's one. Here's an interesting one.
We got somebody
Raheem
talking in
Sterling.
chat.
Oh.
Right now, Sterling is cooking, bro. You seen
I
And by
think
the way,
he's-
we're deciding the best. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. We are deciding the best
Oh, I was just saying somebody's
Premier League
talking in
winger.
chat if you want to acknowledge.
Premier League winger.
I think he used to be an S player that's now an A player.
He was never an S. Never. That's a crazy
he was
statement.
bagging like 30 goals at City, you know.
He
Yeah.
was an A player, I'd say, who might be.
Yeah.
I would definitely say.
He had his times where he saved their asses like on
I
like
thought he was great.
real
yeah.
run.
And he also.
And
England too, I remember when they got to the final, he was like their best player. He was England's best player.
Yeah.
No, it
See,
wasn't.
I
was
would
not the-
agree with most of the stuff that you guys are saying,
But
but
today, I
after
think
watching
he's a
a
B.
lot of games, him playing a lot of games for City, and like going to like, let's say for instance, important games where almost every game to Pep was an important game, but you get to those games where you need Sterling to be, the guy who's gonna actually step up, then he goes missing. Like it to me, he could have been an S easily,
No.
but for some weird reason, some of his end products, like that has always been his problem for the most part. Like 85, let's take for instance, maybe 75% of the time he's finishing that chances, and then those weird 25% chances, he just, I don't know, it's like he blacks out and he forgets his role, and then he just goes missing. So that 25%, I can't put him in an S. I'll put him in the A, and even right behind Foden. That's why I'll
behind
put him.
Foden for sure.
I'll just say right now, Diaby is the same player as Sterling. They're
Ooh.
almost identical.
No, I don't think so. Sterling started the season really well though. Last year he was shit, but Chelsea as a whole was trash.
Remember-
But this
He's
season,
remember-
Chelsea's best player right now, to be honest.
We're
Yeah,
judging
yeah.
on today's play.
Yeah,
right?
today.
Today.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
We're judging today? Well, I mean, then that's even lower, because just because he had a few games with Chelsea doesn't mean he's now automatically A.
Yeah,
I just think he could regain his
Yeah,
power.
like compared to the others right
we just
there.
don't know. We just don't know if he's how far he's
Underrated,
dropped out.
I think
So
it's so.
wasn't
But it is right. He only took on Luton, right? Like realistically, he took on the left wing of Luton and destroyed it. So yeah, you are right. You are right. You are right. You are very right.
Chelsea
How about-
last season was bad, but we can't really judge Sterling for that. But Sterling ever since he came here for the past 5 years, I would say it's been quality. It's been one of the best players, stepping in the big moments. Yes, I think
but okay. How about
best.
maybe not like right now? Maybe like within like 3 months of now. Maybe like
Mhm.
that. Where do you?
I'm
where
just
would
saying
you,
if
would
we
you?
want to
You're saying
think
you would
about
pick
it,
Sterling over Grealish and Matoma?
yes.
That's great. That is
Really?
it. Over the last-
Top of the
Okay, hold on. All right,
Yeah.
all right, Stefan, are you picking Sterling over Matoma and Grealish?
Yeah, I'll put him top of B. I think that's you're right. Placement.
Okay, and L, are you picking Sterling above Matoma?
Yes.
Okay, Mort, are you picking Sterling above Matoma?
Today, yes. Barely,
Greg?
barely.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
barely. If I had a choice, I would go Matoma, but barely. Barely
Okay.
Sterling.
So
I'm
would
sorry,
you
what
say,
was-
Bottle? I think I hear you. You're saying he's not as good as Diaby now.
I just want to say, like, we just went over this whole last 3 months thing. If that's what we're going over, you know, for the last 3 months, where this man has literally been a ghost.
But
We're
we
gonna
know
see
how
that.
good he could be, and he's getting back to that.
He
But
played
we're
out
not
of
doing
position
anything
last
for
year.
him.
He might not be as good as that, but
This is how good
he has that in
not
him.
that good. He's not that guy. Even at City, he wasn't that guy. He was just in a very good system.
Nah, you
He
can't say
also
that.
missed a shit ton of goals. He
Nah,
literally would be 3 yards out and still would miss. He's not a good player.
No,
But he would
no, I
keep
disagree
people out
with
of the
that
bench.
because
He
I
would keep
disagree
people on
for
the
England,
bench.
for England national team, he balled out too. So I don't think you could say it's his system.
I'm not saying he was bad, but he did not ball out. He definitely did not.
He
Bashford did
deserves
better.
to be an A. He deserves to be an A, and that's
No, he
it. Like
doesn't.
he's above
Even
Matoma.
if he for his whole career, he doesn't deserve to be an A.
What?
That is
He's only had one bad season, to be honest.
One bad season doesn't make it.
Okay,
I'm gonna
Bottle,
A.
Bottle,
Put him in
you're,
A.
unfortunately you're outnumbered, but I actually agree with you, Bottle. But we'll put
Nah,
him
you
here.
can't. That's
I think we're gonna be proven right at the end of the season.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
it's
There
We
we
just
go.
have to wait and see.
like, it's
Leandro
been-
Trossard.
Ooh.
Oh, that's an A in my opinion. It's been Arsenal.
As a winger,
He's
Yeah.
a good player.
he can go behind Grealish. He can go behind Grealish. I think that's about
I'm
it.
picking Grealish.
Yeah, I'm putting off Grealish, you know.
I think
Uh,
he's
He scored in the Community Shield, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but off a touch. Like, come
Oh,
on.
yeah.
He's better than Grealish. Come on now. Look at
I've seen him so many times when he really made his move, and it wasn't at Brighton. He doesn't cut into the squad. Yeah, you can say whatever about favoritism or playing the younger guys, but
when
he
he
played
gets
this last. He just doesn't have that it factor. Like we tried him in this false nine, and any winger that could take a man on should do it, and he looked awful. Just couldn't get to the net. Couldn't get onto his weak foot. Nah, like you have to respect where the guy's at. At best, he gets ahead of Diaby.
I
Seriously.
mean, how many players can go into that false nine hole though? Like you can
Freaking
name
Diaby over Trossard.
this lineup we have right now. Only Salah could do that.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can take anything against him for not being able to play that role.
No, but I've just seen him in general. He doesn't crack into the squad that often, and when he does, it's a decent output. But I'm gonna be honest, it's not the same system. So like, you can look at the, huh?
Trossard is better than Martinelli,
Yeah,
Okay,
but
hold on.
for
hold
some
on.
reason he doesn't.
So
and I would put Martinelli above Grealish.
I'm actually not sure where you guys where he goes here. And someone
I'll put him
tell
above
me.
Grealish, at least.
I would
So
put him
you-
on B.
You would put him in B above Grealish.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
I
is
me.
think
that
I would.
anyone else?
I think I would put him behind Grealish just because
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, I'd say
Grealish.
behind Grealish.
There's something about winning a treble and being part of the starting squad, and you can say what you want, but he couldn't crack into the bottling squad. Seriously. So I
But his, don't say treble. But say his form in the final, because that's what we're going on. Form.
You didn't have good form in the final either.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
that's-
it wasn't
that's
that
what-
great. It wasn't that great.
We got it. That's it's not based on achievements. It's based on
I know, but it's
form.
just something about true.
Yeah.
No,
So-
I
They
would
could
say
have
above him though.
without Grealish. Just replace him with like fucking Diaby.
Okay.
They could have done.
Okay. How about this? Jared Bowen.
Oof.
He scored
I
today, I
see.
believe.
Yeah,
Mhm.
He scored
Top of
last
the
week as well.
top of the table.
little cheeky header. Yeah.
He's actually a very good winger. Did he not get the England call up? I saw. I thought it was kind of weird.
That's true. He
Yeah.
didn't get the call up.
But they have too many. What's it called? Titles like that can get like.
So
I
does that mean
think
he's automatically under Grealish?
Saka, Foden, Grealish, Rashford.
That's
He's
a
had a
weird.
crazy run though. He's having a crazy run. He scored in that final, then he like picked it up. He scored that one against West Ham, or I mean Brighton. Oh, well, that was a nice touch too. Like
Hendo doesn't deserve to be on that call.
exactly.
I mean, Bowen has been like one of West Ham's bright spots.
Yeah,
these past
exactly.
weeks. Like he's been the player that's got to carry them through games.
They're first in the league right now. They're first in the league right now.
All right, so where's Bowen going?
Top of C.
Top of C?
Yeah.
Top of C. You can gain that respect. Yeah.
The last 3 months, right? That's what we're doing now. Like the last.
Just even right now, yeah. Like he's
I would
on
say
a good run.
Yeah, now to just last year. You know, we don't have to think about the whole career.
Then yeah. I guess we can put him there. It's not too bad.
Just start him in front of Olise?
Yeah, definitely.
Right now for output, yeah. Right now for output.
Okay. Let's do Anthony Gordon.
He's D, bro. He has to win D.
Yeah.
He's a D just because I hate him.
You know, about this guy, he's
you guys could take me, guys out. You guys could take me out of this one.
Yeah,
I'll sit out. I'll sit this one out.
So I thought it was just like, first off, when Newcastle signed him, I thought it was like, you know, take some strength away from Everton first off, right? And then I thought it was just a little overhyped. He's English, right?
Yes, it is.
It just felt like a bit of like overhyped Englishman, but against Liverpool, he showed that he's got strengths.
Right. I thought he's a little bit overhyped, but actually there's a quality play there. So yeah, I still need to see him. Because last season, he actually did much, so I need more from him.
He's the total Rice effect. Like, if he wasn't English, he's not going for what he went for, like 45 with add-ons. Yeah. Like, I have to look at it that way, and he's D for right now. I think I can put him in D. I haven't seen enough. And even that Everton.
I don't know. I'd put him above Olise. I'd put him right behind Bowen. He's actually a pretty good player.
But I mean, he was really hyped to play Liverpool, though. So those type of games kind of. You see a different player. He had more hunger. I mean, being an Everton player, he's going to play harder against us.
He's just a good player. Like, I want to try to ignore the price tag. It's not his fault that he got bought for that.
No, but I'm saying, like, in total output and what I see, like, it's not anywhere clear to even Almiron right now. He's not putting up than Almiron. He's not having a better output right now. He had 1 goal. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see it yet.
How many goals I'm on out of this season?
I think 1 as well, but I'm just saying in total output, he's done more so far, even when he was at Everton. So you can't really use that as a kind of baseline too. What I've seen
last year.
Yeah, like his total output isn't very impressive, and then when you see him as well, it's not. Yeah, the Liverpool effect helped too. There is some times where he lacks that kind of really engine to really go across and really press. Like, I was surprised he cracked into the squad to start the season.
What do you guys see on league? What is making this guy so hyped? That he's not that better than Gordon. I would literally put Gordon at least next to him because they're basically at the same place right now.
I think he didn't get a crack into it.
I was saying, if anyone has anything to defend Olise, because
I'm just gonna say Gordon has had 1 good game so far. So let's calm down.
Yeah, he feel like who's he similar to?
He's a slower Matoma in a way, but he can't dribble the same.
No, but Gordon's quick. He's quick. That's what I saw from him. He's quick. He's physical.
But he can't dribble
his Trent, but
that's Trent.
But his goal came from a mispass, so.
Are we judging them because they mispassed the ball?
There we go.
I'm just judging the chances he's given compared to others.
Greg,
well, I mean, imagine you're saying another player in that position for that goal.
I'm just saying. I'm saying for what you're trying to say compared to Olise creates chances. I can't say this guy does, and he doesn't always find the places to finish. Also, that's the issue, and he doesn't. He can create, but it's not to the output of some other people. There's a little difference to that. At least they can step out, whip a ball in, and give a really good ball. Saw it a lot last year. And so there's some different tangibles to his game. So if you're saying similar to, he wants to be like a Matobi. He wants to take you on and cut in centrally from the left side. doesn't do it to that effect. So I don't see it
Nope.
personally. And so it's hard when you put
Exactly.
the right wingers into here, and he's a left winger. So if I'm looking at total people, he's not better than Trossard. He's not better than Trossard's the closest one that would play that same position. And I don't even think he played both wings. So, for me personally, he belongs in D as a left winger in the Prem right now.
Yeah, he
He's
plays
trying to make
wing.
it.
Okay, Greg, what do you think?
So, I agree with a lot of the stuff, but I still see him as a D. I mean, he is quick, but just because you're quick and you have, let's just say, this kind of fighting spirit to just push yourself past certain limits doesn't mean that, hey, you're supposed to be above, let's take for instance, even Almiron. Like, Almiron can do a lot more. He sometimes even drops deep to come, like, to get the ball. And Gordon, all he basically did with the Liverpool game was just basically sitting on top of Trent. That's how I saw it. He just saw the weak point and was like, "Yep, I'm just gonna keep going at him." I don't rate him that high. Let's just say that.
I like him
So
at
a
D
D
as
is
well.
fine.
He kind of faded at the end of that game.
Exactly.
I mean, last week he had a decent game. Okay, we can all agree.
In the
but,
beginning, yes.
In the beginning of the game.
But like over the course of the last year, I don't think he's done enough to be over Olise or even Kulusevski.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
moving
move
on. We have I hope I get this guy. Is this Ben Rama? Is that his name?
Probably.
Yeah, that's been around.
Yeah.
Ben Rama. Saeed Ben Rama.
Well, he's injured. So it's like, what can I say right
okay,
now?
but the last year, if he was,
I like him. He's a very technical player. I like him. I like him more than Gordon.
Yep. Oh, way better. Stick him right next to Bowen.
Top of the table.
in front of Olise.
Mhm.
In front of
Yep.
Olise. Okay.
Yep. They do
Um,
complement each other, so there you go.
All they
The
gotta
big
do is
man
win the
of the
rest of the
day.
games and they're champions.
The big man of the day, Cole Palmer.
He's not there yet.
I'll put him next
He's
to
good.
Gordon.
Yep, he's good, but he's not there yet. I'll even put him above Gordon.
I'd agree
Haven't
with that.
seen him.
What has he
Yeah, I
done?
haven't
Like,
seen much of him. I only seen like one game of this guy, and he
Every-
scored a nice goal. But
you can't put him on Gordon.
I don't know. He went to the U23 retirement home, so I don't know. He might have just ruined it. But there's something to say that Pep didn't want him. You know what I mean? He did have a good output, and there's something.
yeah,
that
if Pep is letting you go for 40 million, yeah, he doesn't rate you that highly.
Yeah, like there's something about Pep, and the reason why that academy is really well recognized nowadays is because it's made by Pep, who's coming down, and he knew where this guy was at. And there's something to say. I don't think they did their homework on him. They just saw what he did in the Super Cup, and Todd went, "Screw it, here's my paycheck." So I don't know. I don't know where to put him, but yeah, I've seen more technical ability than Gordon. So yeah, D for now.
Okay.
Is it
D
peanut
for now is
butter or
good.
what?
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
thought-
peanut butter.
Never mind. I'm not gonna go into this one. No one's gonna agree.
Okay.
Well, like, where
Bukayo Saka.
Yo, Cart,
Top
hold
of
on.
eight?
Before you continue, I gotta say this. It's itching in the back of my head.
Oh.
I didn't know you like dark roasted nuts. No, don't do that.
Okay, dude. That's true.
Top
I do like
top
dark
of A,
roast.
maybe?
Top of
Yeah,
A?
top of
Yeah,
the
I'll say
I'll
top of
put
A,
him. Yeah, I'll put him.
I don't
top
think
of
he's
A.
on Salah's level yet.
No, he
he's
doesn't have
top
to
of
be
it.
Salah's level. He could be right below Salah or right behind Salah.
I don't think anyone else is gonna be S tier. I don't wanna lie.
You don't think?
I mean,
Saka is S tier?
I think
Not
the
yet.
levels that Salah
you
has
haven't even-
hit, it's hard to put him on somebody on his level.
He hasn't even touched
it's
champs
not
yet. He hasn't even touched champs yet. Like, nah, leave him. And,
Not
and
yet.
I'm-
Champions League football yet. I mean, I won't say that. Sterling has touched Champions League football. and
no, I said
he's
he
all-
hasn't. But whatever. No, he's not there yet. No.
You don't think he's S tier?
Well, just
I
you
do
can't,
believe
how can you put him in S tier yet? He hasn't even touched Champions League. Can
I'd
you
be
put him?
willing to put him in
Okay,
S
the only
tier
time.
because they put Foden and Sterling in A. I'd be willing to move him up.
But like, the only time I ever thought he was like S tier was it during the French game when he was the only player taking on anybody during that game. Got the first 10 and then really opened up the game. That's the only time. But if I'm being honest, he would be S if we would have won Europa. If he won Europa, that would have been it. Cool. He didn't even win that. So if I'm going off European, he starts to fade off. There's very little input. He almost has the Jude effect where Jude has a low motor. He's not used to the games, and who knows if they ever will be because it's so much. But there's something about that longevity. He can go an A for now.
No. Forget about longevity. It's about the last year.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the season when he can't carry out a season.
See, the thing with Saka, what I would say is this: the only difference I can say with Saka is trying to perfect that role that he's in right now. Yeah. He's just sticking to that one singular position.
Yeah.
Foden, he basically rotates between all these different roles. If Foden kind of stuck to just one role and stuck to just one position, I think he might overdo Saka. He might, because he's everywhere.
Yeah, but
that's really.
I mean, he's a better footballer. He's a better footballer, but he's not a better winger right now. So that's the difference.
He's a better footballer. I really don't.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
that's why I'll put him above him. That's all.
Also, Saka doesn't have 10 players that could take his spot at any moment.
Yeah.
True.
Well, we should have signed Kudus. That would have been different. But yeah. But you are right.
NL, what do you think?
I think Saka. What y'all putting him on the table? I'm putting him on the same controversy as probably A.
Wait, what?
Because yeah.
So everyone's saying top of A. I'm wondering why not right behind Salah.
Because not that level.
I didn't think about it, but I'll put him with Salah. Honestly, I'm not saying he's as good as Salah. I'm just saying compared to who are putting in A, I think he's better than.
I think he's closer to Salah than he is to Foden and Sterling as wingers.
I don't think so.
With Saka, right? I'm sorry, you haven't given me the same. This is your first season. You give me the same numbers as Salah, right? Salah is almost double G every season for the Premier League. He hasn't. Last season was his first season that he ever done that. So I need more from you, more, so I can put you next to Salah. Like with Salah,
judge him like that though.
If him and Odegaard torch it, they get to some. Like, I wouldn't say you gotta agree with it, but if they can push something in Champions League this year, okay, that's fine. If his output stays the same, fine. And if he just can't play 83 games, and it's just like towards the end of the season, it's not S. Yeah. I don't get that. I don't get it.
Yeah, he fades away to the end of the season. Like Salah never goes away, bro. Salah is always there, always falling out.
According to last season, Saka was better than Salah.
Because it was a popular choice.
Not true. Yeah, that was not true at
all. I'm just saying, Salah did not have his best year. I'm
saying the last
season, he had more goals and more assists than Saka.
I think everyone's trying to go into this whole argument of thinking Saka is better than Salah. We're not saying that. We're just saying he's closer to Salah than he is to Foden.
I agree.
Like that, but what Saka did was that you push your team to a title race, right? That's fine. But
hold, everyone hold. Sorry. Everyone hold. We have a YouTube question: Messi or Ronaldo from World Box Player? Hello, World Box Player.
Messi is not even close.
Yeah, it's a silly question.
It used to be close. It used to be close, but it's not close anymore.
Guys, Ronaldo was Saudi League Player of the Month, though.
Oh, cool.
This guy.
So, and he got a World Cup out of it. Doesn't mean it shows up in the stack.
World Box Player, thanks for joining on YouTube. But everyone is saying Messi here. What do you think?
And I'm a Messi hater. I was a Messi hater, just to be clear.
I'm just saying.
He's Mr. Champ, though. He's Mr. Champ.
Good. Okay, good. We're also on Twitch as well, World Box Player.
Now, supposedly, he's just massively better after this World Cup, supposedly. But,
he was always clear, bro. He was always
clear. It just opened everybody's eyes like that. Honestly,
I always said this, right? If Ronaldo was a La Masia player, it would have been better than Messi so far because he had the talent, the athleticism, being the athlete and with the talent he had. If he actually started his career as a La Masia player, he would be so better than Messi. I think the thing with Messi is that the La Masia tax, because we have to blame Crawford the other day because what Crawford did to the.
What do you have crumbled? What do you have crumbled? He didn't. When he came to England, he was pretty bad, and it took him a while to mature. It's not like Messi took a while to mature. Some people only can thrive in that system because they grow up mature.
Messi was a player, right? That's a fact. He was a talented player. He was in the La Masia academy, and they nurtured this game. Ronaldo, we all do disrespect, right? Came from the Sporting Academy. The academy is not known for being one of the best in the world.
No, I'm not saying that, but I was just saying there's a lot of different hype when you're a graduate from La Masia and you break on to sorry for that. Look at Fatty. Look at Bottle. You can talk about Fatty or whoever, I forget, Stefan. Look at the it just happens. I'm not saying it wouldn't, but I'm just looking. If you're thinking hypotheticals, I'm gonna go hypotheticals on you. When he went to England, when you look back at him in England, no. There were sometimes he was a little too much for that. They wasn't ready for that.
No.
I'm just saying, let's reel it in. Let's reel it in.
Are you gonna say it? Are you gonna say the HEH or should I say it?
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Okay.
I was gonna say penalty Argentina.
Oh, Rhino has entered the chat. Rhino, what's up, man? Oh, hold on. Let me turn you up. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, let me turn you up. There we go.
Let's not dissuade from the fact that Foden is not close to Saka.
You know what? Put Saka behind Salah. Yeah, that would be fun.
Okay. I think Saka deserves it at least. Anyways. All right, here we go. Speaking of S tier, Mikhailo Mudryk.
No. Come on.
Put him next to Almiron, bro. Put him next to Almiron.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, he hasn't even scored a goal. Or has he scored? He scored one?
Wait.
No.
Has he scored a Prem goal? Has he scored a Prem goal?
No.
I don't think he scored, but you can see the talent is there.
Two assists.
Would you start him in front of Anthony?
No.
Wow.
Okay, this is two United fans.
You're trolling.
These are two United fans, guys. I'll be honest. Me and NL are both United fans.
No, I'm gonna take him over Anthony for sure.
Yeah,
you're gonna take him over Gordon?
Yep.
No.
Yes.
What?
This is blasphemy right here. I'm sorry. What is this Gordon?
This is all. Now, everyone's getting into potential now. Everyone's getting into
potential. Exactly. Like right now,
Gordon had one good game.
Like I've seen what he can do. I've seen what he can do. Like in the Champions League against Madrid, he destroyed that defense.
He literally on a cold
league, but I'm gonna take him over Gordon for sure.
This is disgusting.
Marvel, this isn't where he stays. By the way, this isn't where he stays. We're putting him up there to talk about him.
He doesn't even make the bench half the time for Chelsea. Like literally. So come on, how are we really saying he's got anything right now?
No, but Chelsea doesn't play left wing at all. They play. It's hard for him to get in. They play Chilwell.
Fingers. They're 100% fingers. And the fact is, Mudryk literally is pace and vibes. He can't do shit. He literally runs in a straight line. And if you just stand in front of him, he can't do shit.
I mean, we've seen the video where he literally had a touch that he was on goal, and it didn't even make the corner. It was just a throw, right? We're seeing that. So at this speed, he can't do it right now, right? I understand he did in Champions League, but seriously, what is his total output and what he's putting out there? What are we saying right now?
I'm just saying, if we're gonna put Anthony in E tier, what has Mudryk done that Anthony hasn't? What makes him better than Anthony?
Exactly.
100%, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's right. Yeah.
That's what my question is. I understand he has potential, but I don't know if he's any better than. I don't know. I don't know if how. I don't think he's that. I don't know. I don't think he's.
I would take Anthony over Mudryk.
And he could thank God for ruining his career. He heard Mikel was interested, and he went, "Oh, give me! I need my checkbook right now." I mean, that was the problem. That was the issue.
It would have been so much better at Arsenal, bro. I wish he chose Arsenal.
God, him and Martin. Oh my God, whatever.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
world box.
bias
We like
aside,
soccer. We do.
but just what he's done right now, he's an E. He's an E.
Arsenal are
Yeah,
lucky
some
they
harsh,
won.
some harsh.
Exactly. But he,
Guys, I mean, but how are we even contemplating Mudryk is above
Yeah.
E?
I don't get who's trying to argue for him going any, especially over Gordon at least.
Okay, this is what I could say. The
Yeah, I don't like
U21
Gordon.
Euro, he had a good performance there.
Congrats. So
congratulations.
did
Did he win it?
So did Gordon, actually. Yeah, that's true. Or,
But
Yeah,
did
so
he
he-
win it? And they don't even care about them who won it. Come on, let's be real. No. I think he's bottom right now. Bottom.
I'd put him bottom too. I
Yeah.
think Anthony's better.
Yeah, bottom.
dang, I think
Again,
Stefan's the only one who
Anthony
thinks
has
he's...
4 goals. Mudryk has only 2 assists.
I'm not even trying to go over stats. I'm just saying, as a player, at least Anthony like has an idea of what he's trying to do. Mudryk literally
Right.
is just he's running in a straight line and hoping he can run through on goal. He doesn't know what he's
Exactly.
doing.
All right, hold on, guys. We have one comment on what we have so far. Please put Sterling in S. We both know he's still a great player. We saw it last game.
I'm sorry. Just because he's shown a little bit of form these last couple games. It's not even like he's been a month of doing anything.
All right, here we go.
Let's see it against
I
Forest.
agree.
Let's see it against Forest. Let's see it against Forest. I'll eat my words tomorrow. If he gets me
Luis
2 goals, if he
Diaz.
gets me a brace tomorrow, I'll eat my words and okay, we'll do that. But no, right now,
Yeah,
Diaz is
Toma.
A.
Luis
Diaz is
Probably
Maybe
bottom,
Sterling is A tier, then
bottom
Foden
of
is
A.
S tier.
he
He's
go
not
bottom of A. He go no.
this is
Oh.
disgusting. How are we gonna put him?
I
this
love
high?
Diaz. I love Diaz. He could take a player on. He doesn't have as much goal out. I mean, he's been good this year. He doesn't have as good.
Dude,
of a
those
goal
freaky
output.
touches. You saw that touch though he had, that score against what was it? You guys were down to 10. Dude,
My-
I've only
my
only
next-
seen
One
he's
My
like
next
Leao.
jersey is gonna be a Luis Diaz jersey. I just
Oh, dude,
I
like
just-
no, you can't underestimate that touch. Like I'm talking about pure touches. That's what a winger needs to have. You need to be a 10 on crack who can just take your defender on and also have that output. Like he does have it, and I hope to God Salah leaves, and you guys can just see. Seriously, he belongs in an A tier. Bottom of A right now, but he's an A.
Absolutely not. Oh, especially if we're gonna put Matoma in B tier. He's not better than Matoma.
Whoa.
what?
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I think he's
What?
slightly better.
He really had a few, like literally. If you look at any of the stats, this man has not been good.
I thought you just
All
said
that
no.
up.
I don't want to look at stats.
No. This is an eye test thing. We had a bad year last year, okay, but even in our bad year, he
injured.
was just injured. He was
Yeah.
injured,
He was
and he was
injured
good
for
when he
most
was
of
on
it.
the team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, he's.
you
You
think
can
about
put him
Luis
on
Diaz
bottom
is-
of A. Yeah, bottom
He
of A.
wasn't scoring.
that Champions
You
League
think
final really
Sterling's
pissed
better
me
than
off.
him?
Like,
I'd put them at
Yeah,
the
I
same
think so.
level.
Yeah,
put my-
I think you just. You're splitting hairs. Yeah, you're splitting hairs.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'll
You
put
guys you guys put Sterling way higher than I would have put him. Just saying.
That's what I'm doing. I think it's kind of crazy. He's up there.
All right, it's okay though. All right. Are you guys cool with that? You guys want to change Diaz?
I
No.
want to put him
I
high.
have
good
him.
there.
He's good there. He's good there. He could be
Yeah.
better, but he.
Yeah.
Yo,
he-
can
he's
we
there.
change Foden, please?
What do you want to do to Foden? What do you want to do to Foden?
If Saka's an S, then Foden has to be
Yeah.
an S as well.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
No.
Like, dude,
Yeah,
this
this
is
debate.
we're comparing 2 players, right?
This is why I wanted an
Saka,
S plus.
excellent season last season, right? Excellent. But Foden, okay, you know what? I'll say this:
Yeah.
Foden was on the bench a lot last season, but he's also part of a
Exactly.
treble-winning
You just
team, and his
answered
form
your
has
own
been
question.
excellent this season.
We're not talking about the
Yeah.
stuff that's on.
Saka
been
should just
excellent
go
so
to
far
top
this
of
season.
A, bro. Saka should just go top of A.
Yeah,
That's
like,
why.
just
That's why I
end it.
want Saka in A.
Win
This
those
is why.
trophies. Foden
Like
did
I think
not-
you should only have one S of any like league. Let's be real, because like when you put him against the rest of Europe, currently he's not. I'm just like I understand it's Prem, but it only belongs to one person. Seriously,
Okay.
I'm a gooner, and he is A. He is A. Let him play in champs, and then reassess it. Seriously, like you have to. He's been developing every year. Can't just say right now because
Yeah.
and as you say, and as you would say, he's the finished product. He isn't like Kurt. It's just you were saying. He's trying to find that right place to play and get his touch every single time to either get a pass in or get that shot in. No way.
Okay.
Same thing with
Eliminate.
Foden, so I agree. Same thing with Foden.
Leon Bailey. I don't even think
This is
he's
my
in the Prem
Caribbean brother
anymore.
right there. You know.
Yeah, you got,
Um,
he's
He
really
went to
good
Saudi,
with
right?
Diaby.
No.
So. No,
Is
he's,
that?
Oh, is he still in Prem? Is he still in the Prem?
Yeah, he's still in
Oh,
Prem.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I thought he
Yeah,
was
he
going to
plays for
Saudi.
Villa.
Never mind. Okay.
Nah, they kept him. They
Okay,
kept him
okay.
somehow. Nah, he can go with Diaby because, like, just as Bowen and Benrahma, they really like they play off each other. I don't think
Okay.
you could play one without the other right now. Like, seriously, if you're ranking Diaby that high, you have to rank him that high because he went and played backwards. Because if you guys, I think he was the one who Diaby took over for at Bayer Leverkusen. He took his spot, and then Bailey went to Villa during the rebuild. So
Yeah.
you put them together. You have to put them together.
Anyone else?
Yep.
Comments?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I'll put
I agree.
Diaby ahead. I'll put him right behind Diaby.
Yeah, Diaby has a little bit more of that it factor though. Yeah.
All right. What's this guy's name? The Arsenal guy? No, what's this guy's name?
Ooh,
That's the Arsenal guy, right?
Oh,
No,
Murphy!
no,
No.
Oh,
Murphy.
no.
Newcastle. Yeah,
Yeah.
Newcastle.
What's his
What's
first
the
name?
name? Damn it.
I don't remember.
That just means he's out of
Jacob Murphy. Jacob Murphy.
Jacob
I don't even know.
Murphy. Yep.
I don't
Put
even
him
know
right
this
next
guy.
to
is.
Almiron.
He's not even better than Willick. He's not better than Willick or even Joe Linton. I'm surprised.
Oh, that's
he's
what I was
on
thinking
this
it
list.
was Willick.
Yeah.
He's very good.
Yep.
They're not bad. But okay, where do you guys want to put
Put
him?
him right next to Almiron. Come on.
Yeah, you give me. Yeah, it's just hard because their output kind of goes together, and right now, but he doesn't even start. So.
Yeah.
I put,
We'll just
Yeah.
put him.
Hey. Also too. Gordon starts ahead of him now, so I put him up behind Gordon. That's something.
Okay.
That's where he played. That's where he played last year, and then he couldn't even get into the. He tried to play the 10 role, and I think it went to Bruno and Joe Linton. So yeah, put him there.
All right, Madueke. Chelsea's right winger.
D.
Because he can't get in.
I think he's above Palma though. Cole Palma.
Of
Yeah,
Palmer.
he has a good out. Yeah, he did really well in that U21. If you're ranking all of them, he was the best out of them.
I think this is Pascal Gross.
Ooh.
Pascal.
That's
He's
Like-
bright. He's
No,
Brighton's top scorer of all time. By the way.
Yeah.
I saw that on Twitter the other day.
Oh, is he?
No, that's
Am I
Yeah.
crazy?
or is that Sully Marsh? There's one of them who's actually like a Brighton Academy player though. I
Oh,
can't
is this
tell the
Solly
two
Marsh?
apart.
I don't.
That's Sully Marsh then. Yeah, that would be him.
I
I
like
don't know.
Gross. I like Gross a lot.
Yeah, I like
Wait,
Gross
sorry,
more
is
than-
this Gross or Solly Marsh? I don't know what they look
that's
like.
Sully Marsh. That's Sully Marsh.
Looks like Solly
I don't
Marsh.
know.
He's only missed that penalty for in the semis. I don't know. Pascal's better.
Yeah,
Pascal's
that's
way
Solly
better.
March. Sorry, that's Solly March.
Yeah.
All right, where do you guys want to put him? Is he ahead of Matoma? Or behind Matoma?
Oh no,
He's-
not even that high.
Not that high.
I
Or-
put-
Yeah, not even that high. Like he could
He's
go.
probably like Almiron level there.
Yeah, he can go behind. He can go in between Kulusevski and Almiron. He's okay though. He doesn't wow me, but he has some solid output. Just
All right.
I don't know.
Guys, we have a petition from chat. Petition for Grealish and Trossard in C tier, not as frightening as players in B.
I'd be down to put Grealish behind Bowen.
No, I like
Wait, hold on.
Grealish.
No, no,
That might
because when
come
in a
Grealish,
good spot.
you guys don't remember when Grealish was like at a lower club. He was by miles by far their best.
Yeah,
player.
but his best wasn't on the wing.
Hmm?
His best wasn't on the wing at Villa.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true. But can you say he really plays like he plays more centrally? I guess when he picks up the ball, he's more central nowadays. So
Yeah,
I don't know. That's kind of that.
better than Bowen. That's the whole point of this. Not saying like
He has a better foot than Bowen. Yeah, I would say
but
so.
he's a winger. It's not like
Well, like you're splitting hairs on that one.
there's the
let's
whole
keep-
point of this. It's a winger tier list. It's not-
I'm
I
just
mean,
thinking,
you've-
who would I
you've seen
rather
them
have
show
coming
up.
off the bench of my team.
Yeah,
And
I
and,
think I'd rather have Grealish.
that high either, because I don't even think he's a good
and
winger.
even with Trossard, he had a hat trick even just last year. Let's say at Anfield when he was with Brighton. I know not the same, but when he's on a lesser team with not as many options, like we all talk about Saka not having options or really like anybody to, he's at that
Oh,
same level
fuck.
too, where he's in that area where like.
Last
He might-
year,
But you're combining all of it together, and you're also looking at output. I don't see them being C tiers right now. To what's
but I'm
available.
telling you, last year Bowen is better than Grealish.
What's going on with Cart?
Dude,
Getting
my
raided or
Thinking
what?
like-
the light, my little light that shines on the wall, just started singing a song. It started playing a song.
I know.
Hey.
So
That
clarify,
freaked me out.
chat, we're not talking about the trophies they won. Just because Grealish won the treble does not make him better.
All right, how about this? This is how we can think about it. Okay, so if we had a team, Salah is on the team sheet every week, no questions asked. Okay,
Yes.
Yep.
and then Saka
Salah.
and Foden we're saying would be the next two names on the team sheet,
Yes.
right?
To
And
sub
now,
them out.
no, and that yeah. So now, and you could argue that Sterling and Diaz are on the same level
Sure.
as Saka and Foden.
They would be my reserves if I had them. So they'd be on my bench, and I'd have them as my reserves if I
And
could.
no player in B would start over any player in A, correct?
No.
See, that's where we hit issues.
Mitoma could,
Mitoma could.
but Sterling just has that just has that you could see that height in him.
They play on the different sides. I don't know if Matoma could play on the left, and I don't know if Sterling can play on, or I don't know if Matoma could play on the right. You know, that's a different thing altogether. I'm looking at what I have here to Luis Diaz. He's not better than Luis Diaz right now. That's what I'm saying. That's it.
Matoma's not better than Luis Diaz based off what?
Just
What
your
I've seen in
eyes.
game. My eye
Your
test.
own
That's
eyes,
how
yeah.
I feel.
Look how he
He
did it.
he wows me.
Newcastle. Yeah.
I go with the stats, and also anyone could see Matoma is better than Luis Diaz. He also stays more fit than Luis Diaz. Also, if we want to go with that too.
True.
But if I have him for one game, so I'm going off one game, and I can only have one player for one game. The only time I've ever gotten out of my seat for Matoma is that ball against Germany. That was the best thing I've ever seen from him. He's had great moments like that, but Luis Diaz has given me that like wow factor before. That's it. That's really it. That's what it comes down for me.
That is a crazy statement to say. I'm sorry, Luis Diaz is not this good that we're trying to say he is. He also has barely even gotten to play that much. Also, if we're going by the last year.
But I'm talking about overall moments. Matoma completes one or two dribbles a match, and everyone thinks, wow. And if he has a goal, it's an amazing game. There's other parts of the game where Estupinian helps out a lot. I can't say that Andy Robertson's excelling his game to that. He does help out a lot, but that's what comes with going to a bigger team. So, you know, you're splitting nose hairs there, but I'm taking him.
I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure Matoma shits on Luis Diaz and almost all the stats.
What?
Let's just say that right now.
No. I can't believe I'm hearing this right
Okay, I have my. Okay, let's move on. Next one. Let's see. I think this is Harvey Barnes, Harvey Barnes. I think.
C tier.
Is it Harvey Barnes, guys? I'm not sure.
He is very one-footed. He loves cutting in from the left, and he's kind of predictable. But he also does a pretty decent job at it. But he's not that good.
now. Yeah, that's Harvey Barnes.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I'd put him, like next to Bowen.
Anyone?
I don't think a lot of people really saw him a lot, but
Yeah, I don't
like,
know much about this guy.
Okay,
Like,
I think
and
this
not-
is.
He
I'm
has
not
a
sure
goal
who
and an
this is.
assist so far.
Anyone know who this is? Is this? I don't know who this is.
It's Podence.
No,
Is it
that's
Po-
Pedro.
no, I don't think it's Podence.
It's
Pedro?
Pedro.
I
Yup.
don't know anything
Pedro
about this
Neto,
guy.
yeah. Pedro.
Oh wait, no, yeah. I know this guy. He's okay.
Yeah, he's not a bad winger. I haven't seen a lot of him though. He doesn't
It's Neto.
play.
RD.
Neto.
Is that Neto? That's Neto?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
Pedro Neto. Yeah.
No, Pedro. Yeah, I forgot. It's Pedro. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah,
Brennan
Pedro.
D?
Yeah, sure. I mean, he's showing a lot of quality, I'll say. You know.
All right, we got this one.
Behind
We got
Palmer.
we got Eche. Sorry, not Eberici. What is it? Eberici Eze.
As a,
Eze.
I put him.
He plays as a 10 more. He plays a
I guess if we're gonna put Olise there, we put him next. But I'm pretty sure he's more of a midfielder. He doesn't really.
Yeah, he's
kinda win.
going to be a great 10. He's going to be a great 10. I don't see him as a winger. That's tough. Shit.
Maybe in C. Somewhere in C.
On bottom of C.
Yeah, you could drop Almiron and put him there. That's fine for now. As a winger, I think.
Okay. All right, we
'Cause
got
he's too
5 big
congested.
ones coming up now. Okay. The final 5.
Oh.
Ansu.
Okay.
Got a nacho.
Oh,
And you call that a big one? Come on.
I'm just
What?
saying, it's a big
Nah, don't
name.
do that.
It's a big name.
C2.
Our new number
he-
17. He's our new
He can
number
go middle of
17.
D.
See?
He can go middle of D. He can go
Whoa,
above.
whoa. Slow down. Be
What?
easy, man. You guys are hurting me right now.
Stinky dump. Nah, that's what. Don't do that.
You're putting me in middle of D?
Hey,
I
I
would
had to
say
be
C.
honest.
I would say C, to be honest.
I think
I'll start
top of D.
Amar on the rim.
I would definitely
I don't.
put C2,
Okay.
but he's like not. He's about maybe behind Bonds, I'd say.
I'm thinking
I'd say-
Eze. I'm thinking Eze over him for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't see it. Yeah, he
I'm
can go.
thinking
I
in
know
front
he-
of
What do
D.
you think, Cart?
I think front of D.
How is
Yeah, I
he better
agree.
than?
Yeah.
What has he done
Ezzy,
better than Cole
to be
Palmer?
honest,
Let's be
no,
real.
No, this isn't
Let's-
Ezzy. This is
let's
Ezzy.
I mean, why do you guys keep trying? Who's saying Cole Palmer? What has Cole Palmer done?
I mean, just more moments. But if you're really just gonna say one assist to
moments
Rashford, I
Cole
can
Palmer?
think of off the top of my head. Really, his
Yeah,
I mean, his general
Okay,
his
his-
general gameplay isn't very significant to the overall output they have on the final third as a whole. That's what I would just say. He got
I mean,
dropped
over the
pretty
last
quick.
year, he was good. I mean, we're going to the very
But
end
if
of
I'm-
the year, but
All right then. All right, you can go D then. I mean, you go front. Fine.
NL, what do you think?
Oh, what are we talking about now?
Garnacho.
Yeah. Like I told you, like he's like he's been pissing me off lately. So
Exactly. which is why I think somewhere in D I think is okay.
What's going on with your wingers, Cart?
It's not going well.
Yeah.
It's
Why
not
is he
going well.
better than Madueke though? Hold on. Why is he better than Madueke? Because in the tournament they
I-
both played in, he outshined everybody. Like that's
No,
where I'm
Garnacho
saying. Like,
didn't play in that tournament.
I know, but overall, what he has done compared to him, I'm just saying he's put it. I mean, I've seen more of him, and what I've seen when he
Garnacho-
actually like.
Garnacho's
Stepped
been
up on-
capped by Argentina.
hey, Garnacho has played in big games and has done well. That Madueke has done in the Prem. So relax. You know, again, say at home, I can count so many games the little kid has come in and changed the game. So
Against
Madueke-
Tottenham, he was denied a penalty.
Oh, hey, Fabio Vieira changed the game at the weekend. Doesn't mean I rate him very highly. Still,
against
okay.
Fulham,
So
bro, relax against Fulham. Relax.
okay,
relax.
but still, you know,
All right, next
a super
up.
sub.
We have Heung-min Son.
Oh,
Uh,
could have been an S tier, but he's been having a couple
Really?
bad. He's in a
That's
bad
crazy.
spot.
He's never
That-
really been.
I mean,
Purple
yeah,
patch.
If we go by over career, I think he might be close to S tier, but I don't
Like right
think
now
He's
in
gonna
form, this
be
guy. He's,
behind.
right now in form, he's like B. Like
Grealish.
Yeah, he could go behind Matoma. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he's
I
dropped.
say
a little
behind
bit.
Grealish.
So are we doing current form only or
Behind
what?
Grealish.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
last year
3
form.
months. Yeah.
Yeah,
Last year?
like 3
Oh,
months a
okay.
year. Okay.
okay, and he's gonna drop.
Jaden
Yeah, he's
Sancho.
only gonna go down.
Oh,
Ooh. E?
Yeah,
dude.
next.
All right,
Did you
this
see
is
that
I
actually
don't
his,
know what you
Not a
guys did to that man. I don't know what you
This
guys
is a-
did to
this
that
is a
man.
look
triple
at our
moved him-
wingers
they
right
moved
here.
him.
Look at
He
this.
should have
Man.
been.
He's just so bad, and he was so good.
Y'all ruined
Look
him,
at
bro.
that, man.
I love
Yeah,
Sancho. I
Says
don't.
a lot, actually.
And then also too, what happened was you guys got Ronaldo and you heard City were gonna bid for him and all that. And you said you can't do that, and you forced him
Yeah,
into
we-
the team. And you really did. You can say all you want. You can say all you want, but he was forced into the team. You should have just allowed him to really get into it. You should have sent him to the Himalayas last year. It ruined all of his. He's such a vibe. I hate to say it, but he is a vibes player. He's a Jesse Lingard, and you just really just
Hey, where
ruined all
does-
comp.
Where does Greenwood go in this list?
Sancho.
Probably C. Probably
F?
C.
You guys can't see it. Yeah, there's an F tier down here. That's where he'd
He's
go.
a jail tier.
Oh,
There's an F.
Oh,
No, we should have put all these
Oh, that's
players.
what
Sancho
Jadon
should
Sancho
go in F
goes.
tier, to be honest.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
even belong in that.
No, we're, this is good. This is good. We'll keep
I'll go.
gets
Wow.
too spread out.
Them two
And
together.
you know what's
them
the
two-
funny part, Cart? I would take Sancho on my team, and he would be great in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Exactly. He would
Wait,
be.
It's
Um,
just
Hey,
I think
just a
most-
stat for all you guys. Anthony and Sancho combined have less GA than Pepe did. Our worst ever, our former, the French flop. Just to put that in perspective. I don't know.
I mean,
That's a feat right there.
That's almost
That's a feat.
200 million worth of transfer.
You could have beat Derby with that record. That's almost a
All
Derby
right,
record.
all right.
without-
Next up, we have Gabriel Martinelli.
Oh,
I'm gonna put him in front of Sterling and Foden. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
I would
Dang.
be in like
Remember
an A tier for
a
sure.
whole year.
I don't
a
know
whole
if
year.
it goes.
There is something to say where he came straight out of South America and just got that refined.
Yeah, he was like in the second division. He was like second division in Brazil too.
Yeah, literally second division. They still are. I remember him at 35, and just over the summer he got the 11. I was like, "Who's this guy?" But he really outperformed. But if I'm being honest too, he can go behind Diaz. He can go behind Diaz.
If Arsenal signed Diaz, who would start? And I think it's Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz, because Diaz would fly in that system. I think it's just really what the system he dropped into, and it was just like he's a cherry on top, and that's what you got out of him. So,
If Arsenal signed these three, Sterling, Diaz, and they had Martinelli, who would start?
I think Diaz starts.
Sterling ain't starting, guys. Just saying.
Nah,
Sterling's not starting.
I don't know what Sterling's doing up here. Okay, anyways, there we
I
go.
think he just says that he has it in him. He has it in him.
But
He's a
it's
big man,
no.
Potential.
That's
No,
not
what-
yeah. Potential. That's
Oh, then
potential.
you could drop him down to C. I mean,
Honestly,
that's where you want to put him.
I think
No, I like.
right
I think
here.
so.
It's just he played out of position last year. He even said it like he played out of position, and he went up to Poch and he was like, "Poch, I want to play this way." And look what happened. In literally, like 1 or 2 games, it just switched back on. It
Okay.
just
He had
flopped.
one
Alright.
bad season. Like we know
I'm
what's
making
we know
a little bit.
executive decision. I'm dropping him to the end of A. Okay. That's just-
I think
it looks better. It looks better.
okay.
All right.
Last one.
It has to be.
after.
Bernardo Silva.
No, he's
He's-
gone.
Marcus Rashford.
What was Bernardo Silva?
I think.
I think Bernardo
Where's
Silva is
Bernardo?
considered a midfielder. I think.
Yeah.
He basically was on the wing.
Yeah, he is more of a winger, isn't he? He's not on the list.
I would literally put Bernardo Silva in front of Salah.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah,
No.
I remember that.
I don't know about
When we
that.
talked
I mean-
about
I mean, he-
midfielders, you said that as well.
Yeah, he changes games. He changes games. So.
No, for
We're
Salah.
talking last
NL,
year.
NL, go ahead. NL, go ahead.
Rashford, I put him on the S tier. You already know.
I think he's top of A, to be honest.
I think.
Whoa.
I think
he's
below
top
Saka.
I'm sorry. What?
Because
30 goals.
Bro, you know, scoring 30. and
He did
being
have a
18,
good. He had a good 2.5 months. I'll
I
say that.
don't care. 30 goals is 30 goals.
Dude, what was in that? I need to know what was in that water in Qatar. I need to know what was in that water in Qatar. Like seriously, he went there and just like whatever he drank from the
Carter
fountain.
would go and get that water for him. To be
Yeah,
honest.
bro. Literally, like I don't know what. I was sold on him. I was thinking, wow. Like I was like, what the fuck's got in? I thought Shigate was a good manager for once. I was like, whoa, okay. I was like, they're gonna win the next World Cup. Look at this shit. They got Saka. They got Rashford. They got. Nah, let's be realistic.
I mean, do
He
you
can
even
go-
remember?
He can go in. He can go in between Saka and Foden. Honest
Yeah,
to
that's a
God.
good spot for him. Yeah,
Not-
Like, honest, man. That was the form of form, and it went for 2 months. Congratulations! I remember that goal against Arsenal. Went holy
Can I,
shit! Like
can I make-
great.
can I make my point, please?
go for it.
Let me explain my point. Rashford is an inside forward. That means he likes to call in and show and score goals. That's what he's good at, and he's done his job well.
No, yeah.
People trying to say, oh yeah, 3 months or 4 months he carried the team. Bro, without Rashford, United don't win the trophy last season. You don't make top 4 because remember last time I remember goals gets you the wins. So when people trying to say he was literally, bro, we had Weghorst as our striker. Like people remember this. We had Weghorst as our striker, and this is not like Rashford is being, especially from maybe the season before when Ole got sacked. He's always been on top 5, top 10. You know, highest goal scorer in the Prem. You know, having 20 plus goals every season. Like this is not something. Yes, he scored 30
So
goals.
this time,
You can say
I have a question for you, NL.
What?
Salah is probably going to end up being Liverpool's best ever player,
Yeah.
or close to it. Saka has the potential to be Arsenal's greatest player ever. Kind of.
Rashford is
No,
Does
Rashford's-
Rashford
never.
have
He
it
will
in him
never.
to
Saka
be
could-
United's greatest player ever?
now.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Look-
Mm.
No, look at this. This is why this is not fair, right? You can't say he has to. Right, no matter what Rashford does, right? He's never gonna have the potential to be United's best player when we had Georgie Best and Cristiano Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney as our player. Like those are generational players, right? Cristiano Ronaldo is literally one of the best players of all time, and you have Georgie Best, who was people say was literally one of the greatest players in his entire generation. Rashford is not gonna be there. Can Rashford be? I'm pretty sure Rashford is literally going to be United highest goal scorer of all time once he continues his career with United. But one thing with Rashford is that he's literally one of the most elite forwards in the world. Like, there's a reason why
I'm shaking my head right now.
No, he isn't, bro.
Guys,
Arteta won.
He's not the best at all.
the chat's ears are bleeding right now. Not because of NL, but also previous comments.
Let's put that right out there. Son better than Ashford. He's not going to be an A tier.
Whoa.
Better than Ashford.
Can I finish?
I think I'll put Rashford like pre-Lewis Hamilton. I'll put him top at you, but
He's not.
Listen. Okay, just the past year of form. Okay, the past year of form.
Can I finish my
I
point?
think he's still
There's
behind
still
Saka.
Rashford in F.
Nah, it's not behind. Like I'm no. You know,
Okay, NL, give me a spot. Where are you putting Rashford?
I'm putting him behind Salah. That's literally a fact. I'm putting him behind Salah because Salah is the only guy that thing.
That is disgusting behavior. You argued for Saka not to be an S, but somehow Rashford's going to be in there. Nah, I'm sorry.
No,
He's going in the B tier.
I remember I Saka to this. But my statement is no way Rashford is going behind Saka after scoring goals. That's we're doing it based on past form, right? And Rashford
I think we're gonna need a vote then.
and scored
Rashford behind Martinelli.
like 30 goals. If people think scoring 30 goals is so easy, like please Saka do it. And Saka, I need 30 goals this season. That's what.
No, don't get that into Saka's mind. Don't get that into
30
Saka.
goals. I need 30 goals.
I know. How old is Saka? And he's average. He's on to
21.
averaging.
Okay.
And compared to what Rashford? Okay, leave it.
Sorry,
Rashford's 25.
I get what you're saying. He's a little older. Okay, Stefan, where does Rashford go?
I'll put him in between Saka and Foden.
Okay, Rhino, where does Saka go? Or does Rashford
Behind
go?
Martinelli.
Behind Martinelli. Okay, so we got him over here. NL, you think S. Mordecai, where does he go?
Between Saka and Foden.
Okay. Greg.
To be honest, with the whole conversation that we've had, I mean, he is pretty good, but I'm just gonna stick to like the Luis Diaz factor, right above him.
Okay. Bottle.
I'm putting him in B tier. He's not better than Son or Matoma.
I mean, yeah,
Bottles,
that's
bottle.
true, but
Just because he got the goals, he was the main man of United. He had all that service. He's gonna get the goals. But you put Son in the place that Rashford, he's getting.
Bottle. Who do you support? Bottle. Who do you support?
See, the day Son scores in the final and steps up in the final, then we can talk. When Son steps up in the final and score a goal, then we can talk. Or win some trophies, for God's sake. I'm not.
Oh,
wow.
Whoa.
Son has performed in the Champions League, like against
United won their first trophy in 5 years or something.
Hey,
Calm down.
Wasn't it an own goal? Wait, wasn't it an own goal too? Wasn't it Chuck does an own goal?
No, it was his goal. They literally gave him his
Sure.
goal.
What on the Man U website or what?
No. The FA, they literally gave him his goal.
From what I saw, it was only Casemiro scored that. I saw it go off of Chorus over. I saw it go over his head.
I think Banana to score, right?
I'm not getting
I'm telling you right. Like he is in between Saka and Foden, no debate. He can't move out of position. He can't move out of position. And at what Saka's age is, I'm not even putting him in S tier, mind you. And Cart fought for that. So put your bias aside for a moment.
I'm not fighting. I am. Oh, for Saka.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying right here, his output is what. Right now, he's on pace to really. His average of his season is going to be what Marcus is at 25, 26. Okay, so and y'all, so just let's be real. Let's be real.
Okay.
Nah, I agree in a way because the thing is, like, it was. I think Vinicius and Mbappe were the only two wingers in the like with that that you could say performed for very.
Do you know
Wow, this is where we're going.
But the rest,
for the love of God.
the disrespect on his name is actually insane. Like
I'm trying to say
He's a great player.
He's literally the third best player in the league.
Yeah,
like it's actually
That's not bad.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not bad, but when people try to I respect Saka and Foden, right? But if I'm trying to people trying to say if you're trying to build your team, right? One thing about building a team and this is why Pep literally won the treble, right? He got a guy that can win you games. That can win you by just scoring goals, by winning you points. We Ireland. That's the thing. I've always said, sometimes Rashford might be inconsistent. Like, okay, sometimes he goes out of form and start playing like crap. But one thing he's always going to do for United is win those games by his goals, by points. And that's always going to happen. You always have to have those match winners. And that's why I tend not give him.
So, but just last thing I'll try to say. Let me know when he ever even just challenges for the league. You could say it's down to his system, but let me know. Let me know, because he hasn't even tried that yet. So call me back. Call me back when he has those expectations on his hands. Call me back.
But why were you were trying to prove
Hey, I'm not saying that he succeeded, right? He's not an S, but I'm telling you what he's done in the league is much more significant to what a Carabao Cup in 6 years. Congratulations, you're part of that drought too, my boy. So remember that too. So if you're going overall, and I'm just going off of last season too, there was something more significant. I can understand everything. That's why he was down there too.
Carl said we're going off last season form, right?
Mitoma
and Son's form were not better than Rashford. So why should Rashford be in between those guys? Doesn't make no sense. If we talk about form, right? It's form. If we talk, because based on the objective or the rules that we Carl brought in, right?
This is totally objective. This is totally objective. I'm just saying, the fact that a kid that's 21 is even making comparisons to one of the best ever right wingers we've ever seen, or central forwards we've ever seen, and he doesn't even want to play that way, there's something to be said. I understand it, and they play different sides, but there's not even a comparison right now. That's why. And so you have to add that. Age is a factor, and the comparisons to what they give to a team, he's much more significant right now. Ever since he dropped into that team and played every game, 83 straight games, quote me if I'm wrong, somebody else is pretty injury prone. Knock on wood, the other one doesn't, but one unfortunately is in their career. So he's available, and his output is
Hold on.
consistent.
We have a YouTube comment, guys. We have a YouTube comment. Lionel Core says, hi, good list. He likes the list so far. We're debating Rashford right now, Lionel.
I'm just saying, right, with the thing with this is why I put it to rest, right? Is that see what Saka is doing at the age of 21, or I think it's 22 now. We comparing with Salah, like fantastic. Like this is so last season was when we saw OG. Yeah, you really a real deal right now. But my thing with Rashford is that he's literally one of the best left wingers in the world and in the Prem.
And now, if Rashford gives me another season like last year, he's going S tier.
Yeah.
But
hold on,
we just haven't seen it.
Okay,
but
Daniel, you're talking about form, right? You're talking about form.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he had great form for a bit. We can agree, okay? But he also had really poor form.
Yeah, because
you can't just look at the good form. You have to look at the bad form as well. Saka was consistently what he was the whole season. As
and in the summer,
as Luis Diaz was, as Martinelli was, even as Sterling was. All these guys are consistent except for Rashford.
Nah, I'm sorry. Like this is why this argument is doesn't make no sense, bro. When people say
it's so stupid. Go ahead, say.
Yeah, it's consistent because when people try to say, "Oh yes, Rashford went out of form," that's fine. Like I've said, yes, he went out of form. Yeah, because we at the end of the day we overplayed and played too many games. Okay, people don't want to say that. People say that's an excuse. That's fine. But Saka went out of form. when it was the moment for Saka's 21, 22, but when it was the right moment for Saka to step up, we saw the way it was played through so many games out of form. When some Arsenal fans were saying Saka was out of form, like attempted to take him off. This guy was playing through bad form. I said Rashford has been out of form, but when people trying to say, "Oh yeah, is it consistent?"
So now let's reverse it. When they did play together, when they were both on form and they matched each other pretty much, who won? Now it might have been a fluke. I still to this day think you guys deserve to draw on that Nketiah goal. But when they faced off with the Emirates, who was clearly the better player and had the better output in the total game? On the eye, yes, you can't deny that. So now off of that too, if your logic, yes.
When we played, I'll say this. No, let's get something.
He matched him. He matched him in productivity and won the game. There's something to say about that. Could have been home field. They could have been everything else, but they won. And the first goal was his point too.
When we played at Old Trafford, right, you saw what Rashford did to you. You literally saw what Rashford did to your defense. But we don't speak about that. The Emirates game, right? That one was not Rashford because Ten Hag stooped himself. Literally went to go play Eriksen and McTominay, and Eriksen was in, and Arsenal was literally dominating us throughout the whole game.
Casemiro was on a red. He was serving a suspension.
Ooh, yes, Casemiro was. Yes, I was saying that. I was like, Eriksen should not start that game because Eriksen can't cover. He lose so many one-on-ones. In that midfield that we should have played Fred. But I can't blame that on Rashford because you saw what the Emirates game. You saw what Rashford did. Not make party and scores one of the goals of the season. So Saka
scored a howler. Saka scored a howler that was better than that, and they ended up coming back with a surge. You guys outplayed us the first half, remember?
I'm not saying
you're literally comparing apples to oranges. All I'm saying, I think that everybody else was saying, one's 21 and one's 25. There's levels to it now. There's levels to it now, and that's where it's at.
My thing is, this is Saka's last season was the first time we've seen him score 20 plus goals or have double digits in the Premier League. With Rashford, right? This is not him. Yes, he scored 30 goals and broke his normal streak last season, right? But we've seen him score having double digits numbers in the Premier League and also other competitions. Saka, people say Saka was consistent, right? But Saka during the FA Cup games, the Carabao Cup,
I never said he was consistent, but okay. Yeah.
I didn't see him step up. I said he was consistent. I'm like, this is why I'm like, I don't get it.
He was at higher level. He was at higher levels, and then also
because
he's playing games. He's playing all the games.
I'll tell you why. Because that's just not how Arsenal's set up. Right? They're so balanced. United are not balanced. They depend on moments, right? They depend on moments. You could say they depend on him. They depend on moments from Rashford. They depend on moments, just moments. That's it.
Oh, now they depend on moments. But this is what these arguments. This is what makes it so worse, right? Arsenal are more of a balanced team. I literally said in the Discord chat so many times, I'm more of a balanced team than United. We United, right? Once Bruno and Rashford don't perform or we just get the ball to them and just hope they just perform magic for us. We don't win this, so we don't do nothing at all. This is why I praise them. This is why I'm just saying Rashford is this is why I'm putting Rashford more, because I'm like, the team is so unbalanced. We're literally depending on you every game, every week to come save us every time.
Well, we suck on the but then you have to make the same. You can't. You have to understand that when you're saying that about Saka, that he doesn't step up like Rashford does. The team is more balanced. He doesn't have to. He plays a role.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, my question.
But he still has the ability.
I'm saying consistency, right? I'm sorry if you're consistent throughout the whole season. That people are trying to say, as your fan base calls you that best player, one of the best attacking players, the best player in their team, right? I'm sorry. The moment when your team needed you, you faded away. Like, no, you can't. Like that. When Liverpool
Rashford did the same.
I'm sorry. We can't. And when during the FA, like, bro, that's not true. Like, they literally throw away some cup away and say, oh yeah, we're focused on the league, this and that. Because again, during the FA Cup games, Saka, I was expecting Saka to step up. Didn't step up. The Europa League game against Sporting, by the way, I was expecting him to step up. Didn't step up. So you can't. I'm sorry. you can't be saying you can't say the guy was consistent throughout the whole season when you literally Arsenal's best player and they need you to step up in this moment and you didn't step up. So you can't use that debate, and you can't say the age factor too, because there's some 21 years old that literally they've stepped up when the club needed them to step up. Just saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you can't say the guy was consistent throughout the whole season, right? I'm like, okay, yeah, during the cup competitions, during some of this,
you act like we had a great like system. Him coming up to like be called up. The reason he was called up so early is because we had nothing to offer. So like literally, like Rashford came into the same system. He couldn't make a footing like that.
Hey, what's up, Doc Ben?
And
How you doing,
even
man?
better, he couldn't put the output into a team like that.
Hey, Alan, how you doing?
There's something to say that when your team gets more balanced. He was the ignition of it. Literally, that brought hope to a lot of us. That was like, whoa, okay. Him and Smith Rowe. Now one faded out and one was actually consistent.
All right, hold on. Let's hear some other opinions real quick. Anyone have anything to say about Rashford and whether he deserves to be higher or lower? Anyone?
Well, Cub.
All right, Bottle. Here we go,
enough.
Bottle.
Since no one else is going to do it, I did go and pull up the stats for 22-23 season between Saka and Rashford. So for Saka and Rashford, 32 appearances, Saka 37. Minutes, 2,890 for Rashford. Saka at 3,195. Goals, Rashford at 17, Saka 14.
Playing from laptop L4.
Rashford had 5, Saka had 11 for assist. Shots per game, Rashford 3.1, Saka only 2.3. Key passes per game, Rashford only 0.9, Saka 2.
Whoa.
Dribbles per game, Rashford 1.5, Saka 1.7. Fouled per game, Rashford only 0.7, Saka 1.7.
Wow.
Offsides per game, Rashford 0.4, Saka 0.2. And then dispossessed per game, Rashford 1.3, Saka 1.6.
All right, so okay, Saka had a better season. Hey, welcome in, Kuning. How you doing, man? By the way, they're calling us, instead of the Friday Football Phone-In, they're saying more like Friday Football Phone-In your biases.
Right.
This is just NL. This is just NL.
I call myself the go. See, one thing about me, right? I've changed a lot. When I say I call myself the go analyst, right? I throw away my biases away. Like every time I go to the debate, like you can yes, I hate Arsenal so much, but when it comes to like making this debate, I always try to be fair as quickly as possible, right? It's like when people try to say Saka was Saka was consistent more than Rashford during the whole season. I'm like, because against Saka, right? Against you play City. Saka plays City. They play City 3 times in last season, right? This guy didn't step up once in 3 games. Once. Nah, because that's the big.
I mean, this is Rashford popped up against City.
You need your big players to step up in big moments. That's what they always say. That's what the Rashford, the Mbappe, the Neymars, they've always done. Like for elite players like Saka and Rashford, right? You need your big players to step up at big moments. And I'm saying for Saka, right? Yes, Saka, you were performing well throughout the whole season, but in the big moments of where Arsenal needed you for them to win the league, you didn't step up, and that's facts. This is not me trying to
blame him for them not winning the league, though.
What did Rashford do in the FA Cup final and against Sevilla? And he didn't step up either.
Play against Sevilla, so I don't know what we talk. FA Cup fight, he didn't step up. Like that's fact. He didn't step up. Even like my
final.
It's like I said that Rashford didn't step in the FA Cup final. Rashford had a bad performance and he didn't step up.
So why didn't he step up?
You said what?
So good. Why didn't he step up?
He didn't step up.
Mental fatigue, right? NL mental fatigue.
I mean, we're playing. If Arteta started playing Saka as a center forward, in the final, when his best position is clearly on the wing, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. So Like that's the thing about why I said, look, this is why I praise Rashford so much, because we having to play you outside. We actually playing this guy as a striker when we clearly know he's not a striker. His best position is on the wing.
He cannot save his life.
Striker, right? Yeah. This is why I don't give him so many. I'm like, I just don't be making excuses, right? We literally, when we can next
like,
go,
okay,
right? Rashford's best position, and
his best position, and he can't start in that team in his nation. Saka 21 is a solidified starter who made a difference. So even on top of that, let's look at that too. So let's look at just the player alone. Move that out of the equation. That's the best way to look at it, especially since they're in the same nation and on the same team.
Nah, because Saka starts.
Oh no, he doesn't start. He doesn't start, or what? So Rashford starts every game, or what?
That's good. You that we'll talk about club football. We're not talking about because Saka,
you're literally trading so many nosers at this point that it's just like I'm getting to that point of just like remove the club, everything, and just look at the player.
I'll get picks Harry Maguire every fucking international games to come play for England and introduction for United. Like the thing about you can't Saka start for England. That's fine. Like good for him. Like it's literally like I've said, he's a great right winger, right? That's is like apart from I think that is the only right winger England has that is literally top level. So, Foden, I already said his best position is central. It's not on the wing. Like that's like so. Like I've given Saka his praise, but what I'm talking about international club football, right? With Saka is that you played well last season. That's fact. Like I literally gave him.
All right, how about this? What makes Rashford better than Martinelli?
Because
can I just say
they're both
we
pace
keep comparing Rashford with these other players, but Rashford is basically almost like United striker. He always is cutting in. He's almost kind of like doing what Salah does, but worse.
No,
that's kind of the point again. That's why he has that's why he has more goals than these other players, because they have more to do. Him, he just cuts in. That's all he does. He has the balls into the box. He doesn't block anything. His main job is to try and score goals, and he doesn't even do that properly.
If this is why this argument doesn't make no sense, because if every left wing in the world can cut in, and then when they shoot is a goal, everybody literally does the same thing. There's a reason why every player is different. Rashford
every time he cuts in, it's a goal.
The reason why he's one of the highest goal scoring left wingers in the world, because if people look at Mbappe for example, right? Mbappe cuts in, shoot.
Mbappe and Rashford, please, for the love of all this money.
I'm not comparing both players, by the way. Mbappe's a better player. Like, that's fact. You never see me say Rashford's better than Mbappe.
You can't even say just a better player.
Well, Vini's a different one. Vini's a type of player that, goes in, crossing for the striker, boom, boom, score goals, or crossing, sometimes shoot. But sometimes
that's a different combo, because without a striker.
Yeah, but the thing, this is why I said Rashford above Martinelli, because is a goal trade every time. Once like you've literally seen defenders. You've literally seen.
Quick question though. Right. If you would have dropped Vinny in that situation and put Rashford with Real last year, what would have happened to you guys?
What?
We would have been so fucked.
Exactly. So there is something to say about that as well.
What? What's the question? What you said? I didn't.
Well, because
you would have to change the title to Rashford versus Saka. Holy shit.
No, wait.
Might as well, Alan. Might as well be.
What? I'm so over this debate already.
Yeah.
Just leave it. It's there.
Right.
There.
Dude, I've been on my phone for like the last 20 minutes while this thing has been going on, man. Like,
I think Rashford should be lower.
He should be. I don't get a lot of these players should be lower. We put too many players.
No, I think it's fine right there.
I think majority is good. I don't think, like, personally,
if Rashford hadn't taken that picture with Lewis Hamilton, he would have been an S tier.
Okay, let me actually think about this. If you took Rashford and put him in the Arsenal team on the left wing, he would kind of. I think he might go crazy. I think he might do well.
Oh, like this is the thing. You usually say United's team is so unbalanced, and this guy is getting 30 goals. Imagine a balanced team with a balanced system and better players around him. Like,
what's not good? So you complained about having Workhorse, but Workhorse was literally helping Rashford because he allowed the better play to play into Rashford, who did what he loved better.
Well,
and that
okay.
was
bro, whoever's was like
it was long runs towards the end. Like when you really look at his game, it's long runs in. You know, I can see why you're saying against Martinelli. I don't see it. You can say something about Foden too, but just at this point, just leave it there. Leave it there.
Yeah, they're different.
Let me just say this: the last thing, the Premier, like you can go. There's literally videos of Premier League defenders, right? This makes it so fun. Even Saka themselves, even English, the English national team, they've literally said themselves, right, that Rashford is one of the most top players in the world, right? Like you've seen Declan Rice, Reece James talk about like how dangerous Rashford is, as a win, just coming to you direct. They literally rank this guy higher than people rate him, and that's kind of
we're just doing one last year for him. Sorry.
Yeah, that's kind of
Rashford this highly besides United fans.
It's the same situation with KDB, and it's the same one with what KDB said about Bruno and Odegaard, right? When we saw a lot of people in the fan base like Odegaard's better than Bruno, and Bruno's better than Odegaard. Then you see KDB, one of the best midfielders in the Prem for the past 5 years, saying this guy's better. This guy is what he is another day. I just think it's so
I heard
underrated.
somebody yawn, by the way.
You said what?
Okay, how about this? Where would Rafael Leao be on this list?
Hey, you guys see that goal tonight? Oh my god, against Roma. Oh, dude, he's over. I won't lie. That's somebody like a Saka. Just he knows his role. But he needs international play. So I hope in this Euros they finally play him over João Felix and he gets a chance. Because holy crap, he's making Theo Hernandez look like God. Literally, like just lets him invert. Like the Zinchenko role comes in, gets that pass to him either from Ruben Loftus-Cheek or Reinders. Oh, dude, he knows his role and he probably scored 20 plus easy. Him and Kvaratskhelia are just like two stuff.
My thing with Leao is this, right? This when it comes to Russian debate, right? Leao had a bank average season last season, right? I didn't see nobody, came for his head.
He did it the year before, and he won MVP, and he got them their first title in like 13 years, bro. Like, I understand.
Is Leao ahead of Saka?
I think so. He's not in Champions League too. He's not in Champions League.
You know what?
He is?
I don't think so.
Yeah. In the past year, he's been better than Salah.
Okay.
I think he is.
No,
not Salah. I think
Salah.
Saka.
Saka.
No, I said Salah.
Oh, you think he's better than Salah in the past year?
Yeah, that's he could turn up.
The year before they won the league.
Dude, Cart. Like seriously, they are so like he's like him, Giroud, like nice. He's more than nice, bro.
Yeah, he's nice.
He's making good look.
Where does Vinicius go on this list?
He goes even above Leao. He's again in the front.
But like his real output right now, even before he got injured with this new system, bro, there's something to say about Jude coming in and getting your scrap ups and actually finishing. And even then, it's off of Rodrigo. It's really off of Rodrigo.
Okay.
Like they have no play. There was nothing coming from Vinny. Let's be real. I understand, but right now, dude, I take Leao before the injury.
That is an absolute horrendous. I'm sorry. Let me just say this right now. Especially with Vinny getting injured, we're kind of fucked. Rodrigo is up Vinny's level.
Okay, but you guys need a goal scorer. That's your issue. It's like, what happens when it runs out from Jude? Who else are you getting goals from? Joselu?
Bellingham he's gonna have to be our goal scorer for now. That's
not sustainable. Bellingham, he's not gonna score.
You see what Barca have? Yeah. They could just sit João Felix on the bench and be happy. They can play a 4-4-2 and still score 4 goals.
Yeah, Madrid's transfer window has been embarrassing, bro. Like it's horrible.
And then you have your Lamine Yamal who's just gonna pull everyone's pants down. Dude, Stefan, hold on. Give Stefan the floor on this. How good is Lamine Yamal? You watch him game in, game out. I'm not joking. That Villarreal game was
I don't want to gas them up too much, but yeah, it's exciting.
Bro, but like his first
season exciting.
It reminds me of Ansu Fati when he first popped up.
No, he's
his
more
decision.
technical than Ansu.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
decision making.
The most impressive thing for him is his understanding of the game and his football IQ for his age is crazy.
You know who he learned from? Javi. Remember Javi Simmons? I guess him and Javi play together, and that's how he progressed. That's crazy. That's what was crazy.
This is what I said this is what I always said, La Masia attacks, right? That's literally La Masia attacks. Like
nah, but he's different. He's different. Like he could be like the Moroccan seriously, like he is world class. Like he will be world class. They just got to be careful. I think that's why they got Joao Felix. Like seriously, if you give him the right amount of time by 20, and you let him get international experience and get picked up in 2026, whoever he picks, and let him come back, they know what they're doing. They know what they're gonna do with him, dude. He's cracked.
Ansu had
He'll get
Messi,
15
by the
games.
way. Ansu had Messi.
If we're gonna say he's world class, I would say Gunnar is better than him.
Dude, he had like so many.
Better than who?
You just say
Garnacho doesn't even start. Garnacho can't even start the game. Yamal was our best player last game.
Yeah, he won man of the match. Man of the match.
Well,
you can't blame him.
Injuries. He started because of injuries.
Just go ahead and delete your app, bro. Just your delete your account. You might just say Garnacho's Brandon, bro. Don't even get me, man. Garnacho, bro.
Bro, literally, he starts over Rafinha, and remember Rafinha at Leeds, like seriously. He's prem proven.
No, Rafinha got suspended. I don't know who's gonna start this weekend. He's back.
Yeah, gotta be Rafinha.
Yeah, you just gotta bank on him.
Right, horrendous. Like that kid. That's the thing I said. It's not red yet. Like, what's his name? It's not like this should make it at 16. He's already better than Garnacho, right? Bro, go back and watch.
The same thing about Party.
Go watch.
I'm just. He literally.
I'm not gonna argue if Yamal is better.
People just watch him. Just literally go watch Villarreal. Like just watch the full thing of Villarreal on a rewatch if you can, and just watch how much he helped out. Like literally, they went 3-2 down, and they looked like they were ready to they looked like prime 2021 Barca. I was like, they're gonna blow this up really already? No, instant, just couple chances, and he was the one who hit the woodworks to allow Lewa to get the tap in. Like, dude, his decision making is different. I'm telling you.
He had the post on us too.
What makes decision making so different than Fati?
What was that?
What makes his decision making so different than Fati?
Now Fati is injury prone, so they can't. That actually does load him out because Fati is actually a quality player, but the thing is that you don't know if he's going to be fair. So
because the problem with
Ansu first came onto the scene, he was just like a finisher. He was just bagging goals at 16 years old. But Yamal plays wide and he's just more creative. Like he's way more creative than Fati was at 16.
He looks up first, he knows where he looks up at the goalkeeper, makes his dribble. If he beats his man, his first thing is into the box and then back to the goalkeeper. Fati was always just, all right, I see where he's at, I know where I got to shoot, get to that spot, and I'll look up as soon as I follow through. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it. And when he lost that pace, and when he lost that pace to cut in, it's different. So I hope he learns a different scheme, and they might play him at a 10 at Brighton. I hope he can learn some ways to play differently. But I don't see the speed's just He's just and everyone said he was a ball hog either way. Even Lewa said he had a lot of issues with him in the Europa League against Man U last year. So there's some reasons why, but he'll be in a better, probably a healthier system like Flourish. But I think they learn. I think they'll learn from Fati and they'll edge him in pretty quick.
He's gonna be forced. He's also probably gonna become injury prone. That's what seems to be happening at Boston. They play the youngsters.
You just hate him, bro. You just hate him.
Okay. Let's reel it in real quick. We have a request, or we have a question saying, is Mudryk really the worst winger in the Premier League?
Yes. 100%.
We had some people think he wasn't, by the way.
But...
That is an outrageous thing to think he's better than even Sancho.
I mean, on form is fair, but I just like him. He's an exciting player. When he first came in, remember that game against Liverpool when he was up against Milner?
One game where he looked a little exciting. And then after
Milner's getting cooked nowadays too. Come on. So I mean, let's be real. It wasn't.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess Like if Anthony's down there too, he should be with Anthony. I agree.
All right, I'm posting it. I'm posting it in Discord, guys. That's our list.
I mean, I don't even want to be a part of this list. I don't get how we put Sterling. How did we let Diaz and all these people sneak in?
What? Oh my god.
We left Matoma in.
How high do you rate Matoma, by the way?
I rate more than Rashford.
All right, real quick.
All right, you should have signed Matoma.
Last but not least, Rubiales,
Fuck me.
the president of the of the Spanish FA, kissed Jenny Hermoso.
The video came out of the female the girl that he kissed. She saw the reaction on the bus and she was laughing at it. This is why it becomes tricky because I'm like it's a tough one because it's like with the Rubiales can just say, you know what, look at that, like they were on the bus, they were laughing, they were thinking it was funny, this that, and they can say, oh, they just won the World Cup. They were emotional, so they can just at that time they weren't thinking right, So it's a tough one, but for the sake of it, I'm just like Rubiales just step down, There's a lot of controversy with the Spanish Federation, especially with the coach and stuff like that. And you see the men's players trying to say that they ain't gonna play for the special national team, and the women ain't trying to say they ain't trying to step down. Like, don't just step down. Step down. Just let someone take over. Don't make the situation way worse than it should be. You made a mistake. That's fine. Like, just move on. That's my thing. But he's trying to defend.
It's just like Javier Tebas. Seriously, bro. The guy who's the president of the Liga. Just like the same way. So either be done with it or not, because it's not going to change shit. Like, at this point, you just know it's not going to change shit. So either get going with it or just don't. But UEFA kind of pulled their pants down and said they're not going to let them do that. So either just let him resign or whatever. But I don't know. It's not going to change either way. It'll be the same puppet. It'll be the same puppet. The same puppet will be there the next time.
That video.
It happened with their coaches.
That video. The reason why Rubiales, I think this is why it makes it. This is why, if that video didn't come out, I think they would have said, no, you have to step down. Don't make it worse. But with that video coming out and the old teammate laughing and thinking it's funny, this that.
They were chanting kisses. Yeah, they were chanting kiss.
Yeah, it just makes it like. I think they said the Spanish Federation said that to UEFA, so they can just say, you know what, she wasn't taking. They were taking that it was funny. It wasn't that serious. So. This is why I say with that video coming out, right? It's just more tricky. Like
the unpopular opinion would be this: I think she's being forced to back a feminist movement she's not completely behind. Maybe.
That's a pretty dumb situation. This whole thing.
Different angle.
That would be like the very edgy opinion.
Was it
but it could seem that way,
yeah. I see what you're saying.
But where there's smoke, there's fire. So they've always said that there's been these issues.
So but see, this is what it is. It's like
hold on. But no point anybody's mentioning the old coach they had before they replaced him with the guy they already fucking hated. Sorry to say that. He was handsy and aggressive with the women. Came out the same day or the day after, I remember.
Okay, I don't know about that.
They both have. Yeah, there was a video, I forget, of the old coach, and he was just, really aggressive, grabbing cheeks and shit. So, like, there's a culture of it. It's just, I don't know how, I won't lie. Probably doesn't give two shits, but really, there's a bigger issue they all had, and they wanted to fix that. That's really what I think the deep hard truth is, and he's the one who's going to start that. But, that's what happens when you actually do that in 4K, bro. Like, seriously.
I think what they're using the opportunity to... use
exactly
to change, kind of update Spain's culture. Basically, it's like a culture update.
Like, this is how the rest of the world views it. And
exactly.
Can we just have a little bit of courtesy with it? Yeah. Okay.
Can I just say,
it's like a homogenized, women around the world are kind of, that's what it feels like. It feels like all women around the treatment of women around the world needs to be the same way, which is fine.
But if it would have happened,
like-
but if it would have happened in like Qatar, like something probably somewhere not in Australia, no offense, it wouldn't have gotten the coverage after this, like in the moment. You know what I mean?
Maybe not. A
Yeah,
lot
'cause-
of women have said, or a couple of women I've heard say that it wasn't like that Jenny Hermoso. This is what they said. They said that her body language wasn't uncomfortable or something.
Yeah.
Like she did at the time, and so she's. I don't know. Some people think that she's being forced into backing taking a stance.
I think the thing is, the Spanish Federation has been, they've had problems with the women's national team, before the World Cup started. Some players, didn't want to play.
Bad, yeah.
So with this case, right, it's like I see that point of view, like, oh yeah, this is the best chance to get rid of them, and maybe they're trying to force her to do stuff that she won't do. Because I'm thinking to myself, the video came out of them laughing, thinking it was funny, that it wasn't that serious. Then why she, a couple days later, she's not kind of switching her tone, thinking that I didn't condemn that, I was forced doing that. Yeah. So.
All right, here we go. Guys, we're reaching the 5-hour mark. Let's slow down. Let's do some final remarks, one at a time. Who wants to start? Anything football related this week, or previewing next week? Anyone have anything else they want to mention?
Oh, I was gonna ask you.
All right, Mort.
Okay, I left for a little bit. Can I see the final scores for the predictions?
Oh, for the predictions, sure.
Yeah. I left for a little bit. I didn't get to see what.
We have
like a couple
Mordecai's atop.
Let's go. That's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted to know. That's all.
Yeah.
I missed a week, bro. I missed a week.
So did I.
Oh, that's why I was about to say.
Okay, fair enough.
Something.
All right.
Yeah.
It's getting pretty fucking.
Anyone else?
Believe in Liverpool. That's what happens.
I'm seeing it in the chat. Did we talk about the Greenwood stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's gone to
what I tell you?
Getafe.
What did I tell you? Some lower team in a league would pick him up. I told you that.
He's not even the biggest criminal at Getafe, by the way. Like that, their manager is the most disgusting terrorist manager ever.
Wait, explain this. Explain this. What is this propaganda you got to spread?
No, border lads, bro. He just sends his players out to attack the opposition. They don't even play football. They just follow.
That's every other team. I thought it was some. I thought it was some other shit. No, okay. He ain't no Quincy Proms. Okay.
Yeah.
When
people on the pitch.
We got a $200 million bid for Salah.
Yeah. Oh, you did actually?
Yeah, verbal, supposedly.
All right, he's going then. There's no way he doesn't go. How can you
200.
not? Oh, please, piss off. I literally mean that, because how can you say that you can't, for the betterment of the club, get rid of somebody who's not going to win you a title? You will get top 4 with the squad without him. Let's be 100% honest.
Yes, but he's just that. I don't know. He's just.
Mordecai. All right, this is how we're gonna wrap it up. Okay.
Mordecai.
Whoever makes points stays. Whoever doesn't make points will slowly get kicked out. Okay.
I'm done. Kick it up. No, I'm joking.
Okay, what's the topic?
30 goals a season.
Salah. Yeah, go ahead.
Salah, 30 goals a season, every season, literally for the last 6 years. Basically, the face of the club since Klopp got there.
Okay.
How can you get rid of him? It's like it's like selling Ronaldo. If you could keep Ronaldo, would you have kept him?
Tremendous take. Do not say that at all. I'm sorry. This is like Coutinho. When you sold him, guess what? You sold him for that bunch of money. Then you got 2 players.
Coutinho wanted to leave though. Salah doesn't want to leave.
If you accept the bid, Salah is gone, bro. Like Salah
Mordecai, if he tells you I want to go for the betterment of my family, you have to, and you also have to think. Try your hardest. You're gonna get top 4. I know you guys will, and you'll have such a huge budget, and you guys will learn from these mistakes. They'll get a 6. and they'll probably end up getting some huge blockbuster. Like
we're still gonna get 100
that's
for him
crazy.
next year.
That's crazy money. You can go get a Florian Wirtz.
Nah, I think if Saudi came in
just-
like 5 weeks ago, earlier in the window, he would have been gone for sure. But they came in so late and they didn't have time to replace him. I think they messed up there.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, we could get Leao next year.
Who would you even replace him with? So Mordecai, who would you replace him if you had the month to do it? Who would you have gone
money?
after? Yeah, if you would have had the money in a month, who would you have gone after? There's nobody right now. You would have had to change the system. They wouldn't have done. He's Arsenal through and through. Yeah, he's Arsenal.
I'm just saying.
There's something about an academy kid that won't leave. Trust me, he won't leave it. Just like Rashford. Rashford should have left. He won't leave.
I mean,
they slowly phased out.
I don't know who. That's the problem. I don't know who else is gonna come in.
Kvaratskhelia next year. You can get him, and you can go out and find a real 6. I don't know who that 6 is yet, but I know Kvaratskhelia would want to come to the Prem, and it ain't gonna be anybody else besides you guys with a fat wad of cash.
There's plenty of players you can get with that amount of money that could.
But there's only.
Out.
But dude, his output will be so insane. His output will be.
Midfield.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
We got a bunch of players in this season for the attack.
Okay, but you want to
none of them are left. None of them are wingers on that side though.
But then you go buy a winger.
I think you're really underestimating Gakpo. Because Gakpo can play.
No, you got kicked.
Oh.
I'm just saying, back. Do a lot of stuff. That's the whole point. You get rid of Salah, you can get players to replace him. Like you did with Vitinho, you can do it again.
Salah's level is so high. It's like
Dude,
we hit the jackpot with Salah.
Remember this. At Fiorentina and before, he never reached over 15. So don't say that. It's Klopp's system and it's his way. You're going to get a much talented player and get it. He's much more talented.
The difference is this. There was no Saudi when Ronaldo was coming up. Saudi's a whole new game plan. It's a whole new ballpark. There's no precedent. Not really.
But until you can get into... Why would anybody go out there, though, at a certain point? Because it's only going to be one spot in the Champions League at best if you get it. They're not making a Super League for you. They firm down. They're not...
All right, guys.
So you're gonna get
in an effort to wrap this up, we're gonna have to get a little cutthroat, and I don't want to kick anyone, but we're just gonna do this. All right. Okay. Here's the next question.
Okay.
What can we do to improve refereeing in the league? All right, we're gonna go one at a time. You can repeat what someone else says, but you have to make the point better. All right, who wants to go first? Do we have a volunteer?
I'll try.
Go. No, go.
All right. Odd or even, banana or Mord? Odd or even?
Even.
All right, it's 2. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Mord.
First thing I would do is raise wages by 25%.
Yeah.
And then
for the refs.
Allow. Yeah, for the refs.
Okay.
That's blanket. And especially more if they're the main ref, and then but overall, do it 25%. Second thing is allow referees from other countries to come to the Premier League.
Okay.
So right now we only have English refs. So I think bringing in other refs and making the obviously you want to have the best refs in the best league, and all these other refs would love, especially with the bump up in pay, people would love to come to the Premier League.
Okay, so what if we fix that?
Okay,
so what if we fix that?
No, Banana. Now, what is your solution to fixing the referee problem in England?
So we fix this all together, and there is essentially there's a higher up license for these officials. There will be a designated spot by UEFA, almost like in the NFL. All the calls come from New York, or in the NBA, they come from New York. It's a centralized place, away from the arena, away from the atmosphere, and yes, as you said, they can be from any country in Europe. That's the perfect way to do it because they're all under the same rules under UEFA. That's how you fix it. So there's no difference.
Okay.
There's no difference of how they were brought up in the game because there's different leagues and the difference.
But I was gonna say, so UEFA need to they need to get the rules settled, so they can't be having the same stuff like, well, in this situation for a handball, for example, like that handball rule got changed so many times. They need to go with one thing and stick with it. And then referees got to enforce that. But if they're enforcing it not like they should, they need to be punished. They need to be set out for more than just a game, one important game like they've been doing. They need to be forced. These rules need to be stuck to something. They can't just keep getting changed just based game on game.
Oof. Okay.
The big problem is that
And
we
that's
have
why
rules
you would
that kind
employ
of
them
fade
by
away.
But you would employ them by FIFA. You wouldn't
Like a-
employ them by the leagues because
like
that
I-
creates a different issue.
I'm saying UEFA by themselves. They need to get a set of rules, and they need to need to get this shit together. They need to figure out
So
what is going to be the handball rule, for example.
But there goes to other things where, like, in the moment, dude, the VAR ref who came out against the one who officiated last year against Spurs and Chelsea, the one who ripped the hair, the way he described it, you don't want refs who know each other. You know, honestly, you would hope you have an Eastern European, somebody from not over across the pond, and somebody from across the pond as an even thing. So like Hungary, Germany, England, and those three together call it and hash it out. And then the main one who has the most experience throughout all their leagues that they've been active serving in, when they eventually get this call up to go be employed by UEFA itself, those are the ones making those decisions far away from the settings of the games. Because it has to be UEFA, not the leagues, holding up the integrity of the laws. The Premier League doesn't write laws, the Serie A doesn't write their own laws, Ligue 1 doesn't write their own laws, Bundesliga doesn't. They all follow one reason, because they want to get to this competition. So you hold it from you employ the people that do what they want to get to.
The timer has gone off. For this round, being voted off is Bottle. Any last words?
Well, Hala Madrid, obviously we're winning everything.
It's the Barca.
Have a good night, everyone.
We'll see you next time. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And he's gone.
Alright.
And like that, there was two.
Oh, there's two.
Okay. The topic for you two is... What is the topic for you two? How do we address time wasting? Is the implementation that they have now, with these yellow cards when kicking the ball away, etc. Is this adequate, or would you change it? Would you revert? Would you add certain things? Go.
Do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Actually, but let's have Banana go first this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay, go for it.
I'm not gonna win this one, I know. My way of doing it, as Arsene Wenger wrote in his book, how he wrote it in the book, is 2:30 halves with stop time. Now, to revert from that, what I would do is you have 30 minutes of live game time. Take that framing of a format, and know you're gonna have at least 30 minutes. From that, you're gonna split the differential. So essentially, what you're doing is, out of that 15 minutes, how much over are we on that? So if, let's say, the ball's in play for 4 minutes out of that extra, so you get 30, let's say 34 minutes or something. You would literally, there's a format to pretty much that time wasting. You would clock what the time wasting is and give a range, almost like a point system. This is 2 to 3, this is 4 to 5, this is 6 to 8. Nothing over that, because it makes the football crappier. There's going to be games where they're going to get injured in that. There's just going to be an overall effect, and they're playing too many games. So if you, like I said before, set out a guideline for all these guys from a different spot from the game, so they can't get into the game, they're watching them from screens. And once you have all the screens in front of you, which is 6 different ones or 8 different ones, there's a lot you can catch and a lot better. And when you're in a work environment, trust me, you'll catch it better. So that's what I'm saying, is they know they're going to have 30 minutes, and from that, whatever time they're either in the differential or advantage in, there's kind of like that rules on like these timestamps are equaled out to these ranges of extra time.
Okay, I think I follow what you're saying.
Well,
I think
that's really complicated.
Yeah, it was a little complicated, but I think I understand what you're saying. All right, Mordecai, what did you do?
What I would do is, what they're doing right now is okay. I've seen that the minutes played so far has gone up. The only problem is I think they're being aggressive and really selective. So sometimes they add minutes when they shouldn't, and I think it's pretty easy to follow along when you can, like if you had somebody just with a stopwatch. Like not everything should add time. So like when they're setting up a free kick, I don't think that should count in the extra time. I think setting up a free kick is part of the essence of the game. But then there's other things like kicking the ball, for instance. That could be a yellow card, as long as the refs hold to that throughout the whole season. So a lot of the times we see these refs in the beginning of the season, they'll card people for kicking the ball or holding a player. You know that one year we had like 4 red cards in the beginning of the season when players were being held, and then there was penalties like crazy in the beginning of the season, and then at the end of the season they like forget about it. And so I just think if they like stick hard to those, if you're gonna give a yellow card to Trent in the beginning of the season, give him a yellow card at the end of the season, and then we will really get rid of that time wasting. And if you card the goalkeepers consistently, so like we saw Pickford that one year when he was just winking at the camera like, hey, look at this, like I'm time wasting, and Allison makes fun of him at the end of the game doing the same thing. I think you just obviously you need one time to red card that goalkeeper, and then you'll stop it. It's just that the refs don't have the spine to do it. If you have that system of refs centralized and you combine it with the time wasting rules that you have now, and then you just pick the best parts of that, I think we're headed in the right direction.
So hold on.
And I think we just need to refine it just a little bit.
Okay.
So hold on. I'm not.
Banana?
I hope I could just add a little bit.
Yeah,
the
go
problem
ahead.
I have with all this, which I hope I kind of made sense about it, is essentially somebody has every half in that group of 3 a 15-minute stopwatch of all the time wasted, and at the end of it, that what the extra time left is what you either put back into the game or take out, depending on that. What my issue is the rules. Let them play. Just see how much time is wasted in that, and see how much of it is used. That's how you'll gauge. Gauge, my bad.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's how you'll gauge how much they're really doing. Because that's what Arson said, is that averaging, he had a logistics person average out how much goals, injuries, stuff of that, in their Invincible season. That's what they did to just track it randomly. But that's the one they put in. It was a 15-minute average. So if you use that as the true estimate, and it's been used in some like they're used sometimes in exhibition games out here when you're on like turf. It sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, depending on the people. But you usually do that, and it's about 15 to 20 minutes. And so you see how much they go over and see how much they don't go over. That's why.
Okay.
But they're only playing the 30 minutes, so yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad.
Because either way, it's only averaging out to it's still like 55 minutes. So you're actually giving them more time actually overall, even without the extra time.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. It's tough to pick. You're both coming at it from different angles. Mordecai's coming from more of a what is happening and how to adjust it and keep it. And you're coming from, and Banana's coming from a point of view where it's like completely changed stopwatch. It's tricky call here.
As chat. See what they say.
Chat. What do you, should we do a poll? Do a quick poll?
Yeah, quick.
But it would only really work if they're away, because there's sometimes
you guys continue creating your point. You keep.
Yeah, that's what I just think. It has to. There has to be a full-on element where you weigh someplace, because either way, the way you're going towards it, I understand, but you're still gonna have those people that are underlying fans, of course. That always is. You grow up there. It's a way different culture. It's like the NFL out here. Just some people, it's a different type of life. And so
I think it's going to be really difficult to get people behind changing the whole time system of a football match.
Yeah. Well, it would take a lot of UEFA time, and they don't want to do that. They don't want to monitor.
And then you're going to need to add 3 more refs for time.
Well, no, because you just have the 3 refs. Remember, VAR has 3 refs, 2 assistants and a head. It's the same.
They could barely run VAR as it is.
Oh, I know.
It's gonna be difficult. I think you're gonna need 3 extra.
No,
I'm not voting, by the way.
Go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Lionel, the voting is only on Twitch.
I just think overall,
Sorry,
it's so staring you in the face. It's the fact you're employing people from the country and you're allowing them to be right there, pretty much in the booth. That's the issue, is that they have that element of the atmosphere still. And I
just think they need to enforce the rules they have and stick to it. I just think that the whole issue is the refs let these things happen. They know what they need to do, and they just get caught up in the game.
But the way the rules are already set out, it's from an experience of on the TV, right?
so when you're already there, you're feeling like you're there, right? So it's hard to watch it on TV while you're there, and I get that. But they're not really there; they're somewhere in there. You need to eliminate that factor of just being in the location and in that atmosphere, that adrenaline rush. Say what you want, but it's all meant to, and we thrive on adrenaline. So that's the other issue. And when you see the ref that came out and said, "Well, I was mating with him, and he was having a bad time," that's how you know that he can gauge how the fans were with him, and it dictated essentially his calling of not having him go review it, which was an obvious foul, and ended up costing points. So if you already see that, that's a clear, obvious answer, is they don't know each other at all, and they're just calling the game from another side. The most neutral way to do it.
All right, we have about
Especially
90...
on an objective level. I've been with people before, they couldn't care less, but they were just there to see the best game. That's
All right,
what
we have
the ref
about
is there to
90
do.
seconds left. It's 3-3. Any final points? Chat, get your votes in. Iran says if the clock stops, football will go to shit.
I didn't say it goes to. I didn't say it stops. I just said there's a stopwatch on the side
He's
by the
kinda-
VAR.
Yeah, it's kind of the same system we have now. It's just someone's diligently
Yeah,
checking the time.
yeah, and they need to be away. They need to be away. It can't be the fourth official. That's
Yeah.
my issue. It can't be
And-
the fourth official.
And I'm just saying, follow the rules as we have them,
Yeah,
and
but-
continue adding the time. Just add it correctly, and then it'll solve a lot of the issues.
But then we already have the issue. The issue is too is that how is this translated? Because it's translated pretty bad in English. How bad is it translated in all these different languages? So you say that, but if you just have one body who have translated it, they're all their separate different ways, and you find the creme de la creme, the longest term ones, and you get a set group that are always randomized. Let's say it's only, let's say it's a group of 100. You can make about 100. That would be sufficient, and they are very random because there's a lot of games going on at one time, and I understand that. And also, too, not every game has it. So what if we eliminate that only to the best matches, the matches of Champions League? Really the ones who are going to define UEFA's season. When we get to the latter ends, where there's not goal line technology in Spain, you know, make some certain calls like that. There needs to be a certain point where you go, we can't all be having to do this because maybe they are actually employing people too early for this. So that's the other issue.
All right, guys,
And
it's a tie.
We drew 1-1, 1-1, 1-1, or 3-3, right? Our back lines got torched.
Yeah, I would just say that it's gonna be really difficult to change the whole timekeeping system, even if it's the same, because basically it's almost the same. We're just changing 45 minutes to 30, adding the 15 minutes that we're adding now.
Well, not every match does. They run on that same concept, though. Yeah, I just think it has to eliminate itself from.
But you're moving them out of the.
It needs to be away from there. The NBA and the NFL have done it.
But just America's so different, though. And
no, I think you can get behind a Swedish-based place. It's always Swedish, right? I think you can get behind somewhere where.
Whoa.
It's always in Sweden.
I thought it was in Switzerland.
Or Switzerland.
Oh, okay,
My fault. Switzerland.
I thought you were
it's always in
getting into
Switzerland.
some-
Yeah, it's always there. You know, I don't think anybody would be obliged to not. And if it does work, which they've already had to force, and they pretty much forced it on them. Not every
All right, this
league
is how
was-
we're gonna do the tie break.
Oh, I'm not good at this though. I'm not good.
No cheating. No cheating.
I don't care about this.
All right, no cheating. AC Milan.
Oh,
AC Milan 2018. Who can name? Okay.
GG's. I wasn't looking at AC Milan.
All right, let me find someone that's closer to closer to today. All right, Napoli 2020.
Choose the nationally one. Do the nationality ones. Those are easier. You know the nationality ones where you pick from like what the full 11 is with flags on them. That's fun.
Wait, which one?
I'm not good at these though.
I know I'm not good at. I was trying to give something fair. That's pretty easy because they do current.
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
You know what I'm talking about, Cart? Have you seen those before?
like
where they put like a starting 11 in the Prem or the whatever league, and it has nationalities. It just says nationalities, and you gotta group the nationalities.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're really obvious.
Whoever gets this the fastest, okay, we'll go back and forth. Okay, if you don't get it, it's okay. It's not a big deal. We haven't done these in a long time, so there's a lot of new names. All right. So when this isn't it. This isn't the one right now. Okay. Actually, we could do this one if you want. But we'll do the one that's today. All right, ready? So you guys see it. I'm sorry for latency, but you guys see it when you see it. All right, ready? And I'm clicking now. It should update on your end soon.
2015, one appearance. Okay.
Whoever gets the first guess starts it off.
Chelsea has so many.
Yeah, one cap. That's it. Oh shit.
Gotta be English.
I can't tweet.
This is where they started their career at Chelsea.
One appearance only.
Remember, after the first guess, the next person will have 2 teams. But I'm going to say whoever guesses first gets to go again. So you're better off just kind of guessing.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne.
Watch it be correct.
It's not. It's not. It wasn't his first.
All right,
goal.
they went to Ren on loan. All right, now, Banana, you get the first guess or you can pass. So they are currently not in the Prem, not at Man City, and they are not Kevin De Bruyne.
So not in the Prem, not Kevin De Bruyne, and it's not Man City. Oh, okay. That's pretty oxymoron. Okay.
So that's and I'm gonna put a timer.
Yeah, no, I got you.
I'm gonna put a timer
What is under ring?
for let's say 30 seconds. And you have to get. Let's make it.
I'll deflect it.
15
I'll
seconds.
deflect.
Oh, you're gonna pass?
Yeah, I'll pass this.
You can pass. Okay.
I need to see if it was a second loan, and I think I might.
Mordecai, your time starts now.
How much time do I have? 30 seconds?
10 seconds.
Jewelry?
What?
Jewelry? Jewelry.
Jewelry.
Yeah, jewelry.
What, does it
I looked that up.
D?
I looked that up.
I did not look that up.
How do you spell this
It's
name?
literally the only place. Goieue.
Gory?
No, there has to be a U in the jewelry.
All right. I think I know who this is. No, they can't. Okay, they're not in Syria. They're not at Fiorentina, and it's not this guy. All right, your time starts now, Banana. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I need a name.
Okay, give up. Wave the white flag.
You give up?
I wave it. Yeah, I wave it.
All right, Mordecai, your time. Oh, you get a little extra time since he didn't make a guess. And your time starts now. 20 seconds.
Granada. 26 appearances, 2 goals. Probably a midfielder.
3, 2,
I have
1.
no clue.
Okay. Banana.
Oh, this is awful. This is
You
awful.
get 25 seconds now.
Just
Ready?
guess a Spanish name.
Well, I would, but she's gone.
But it'll
Azpilicueta, because I guess he didn't leave this summer.
Azpilicueta. Wow, this player is not in La Liga either. So they're
So it's
either in
Ligue 1.
France
It's Ligue 1. Yeah, it's Ligue 1 for sure.
or Germany.
Ryan?
All right, here we go.
So he went down.
Wow. Even better for me. No clue.
I have no clue. 31 appearances. This guy just scores 2 goals and he.
I don't know who the
Gives
hell
up.
this is.
Who's in Bergamo?
4, 3. All right, I'm just gonna make a random guess as we go along. So and then it's 25 seconds. Whoever can say it. All right, so I'm gonna go with someone in Germany. Okay, he's not in Germany, so this player is in Ligue 1. Okay, 25 seconds. Sassuolo is the next option.
Oh, he leveled up.
Sassuolo. 13 seconds. Four, three, two, one. Oh wait, he's not in Serie A. Oh, he's definitely in Ligue 1, guys. All right, there's your next.
Is it hold on. Ah. Yeah, no clue. Keep going. Atalanta even worse.
We're gonna confirm that he's in Ligue 1. And timer goes off now.
Bogo? Bogo? I don't
Who?
remember Bogo going.
Boga?
Type in Boga or something. Yeah. Jermaine? Was it Jermaine?
Jeremy
Jeremy?
Boga? It is Jeremy Boga.
There it is.
Folks, we have our winner. Hold on, I gotta kick Mordecai out. Bye, Mordecai. Any final words?
See ya. Liverpool forever.
All right, thank you. All right, Banana, the floor is yours. You have won the, I don't know, the football phone-in showdown.
Well, shout out to watching a
Final
Ligoon intro
words.
video.
The what?
Shout out. I watched a Ligoon intro video. I think that's the only way I remembered him. I remembered him at Nice, and yeah, okay. All right. Literally nothing. Just like you, kind of in the dumps. I need to know why we spent 65 million on a German paperboy. All Chelsea fans or Chelsea fans, I'm very sorry. Sorry we made fun of you for so many years. But yeah, we got a serious problem, and Kudus went to West Ham, so I feel pretty much like Cart, you're going down tomorrow. I put 3-2. Screw that. 4-0. Getting absolutely battered at the Emirates. Peace out, boys, and Goonish for life. Later,
Thank
boys.
you. Thank you for wrapping it up, Banana. And guys, thank you for joining. We'll see you on the Monday night for the 91st minute with Milo, Cultured Left Foot, and Hoff, where we will discuss the big Arsenal game. I'll be watching it on tape delay on Sunday night. So I will be in blackout mode on Sunday. But I will see you guys later. Good night.